No, coupled together actually sound like an afrobeat song. Not bang, that slap. Morning, people. Happy Wellness Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Is everyone Wellness Wednesday today?
Depends if it turns up.
Oh, spoiler alert. Well, happy Wednesday. It is the 22nd of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture, as defined by the culture. And as always, you guys know you have amazing hosts. We're with you every day. Let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. You know what it is already. Why does it look like that?
Because it was when the whole thing happened and Brent was discombobulated for a minute.
All right then.
And I am your favourite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, Melanin Jam Pack.
That is right. That is right. How's everyone doing?
We all right, man. We good over here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't
Let me make sure
complain.
my shit's on silent. 1 sec.
You?
On
Oh. So my alarm's going to go off, but I will talk about it in Word and Road. Hopefully Word and Road is not clash with... I need all these artists to stop with the tickets. It's a cause it lives.
Mm.
And they do it as well where there's no... you don't have... What's it called? You don't have enough notice. Do you know what I mean? It's like tomorrow. You announce at 10 p.m. and the tickets out this morning. It's ridiculous.
Well, who dropped tickets today?
Ari Lennox.
Okay.
And I love that album. The Age, Sex, Location one. I just love her anyway, to be honest. So I need to text my sister actually before I snake her again. I kind of snaked her with Chris Brown.
Who did you go Chris Brown with?
Me, myself and I.
You went Chris Brown by yourself?
Yeah. My first solo concert. You're looking at me like I'm a loser.
Who was you singing the songs with?
Me? Do you know what it is? When I go to concerts with people anyway, as soon as the artist comes on, I'm there by myself. Like I genuinely forget that I came with anyone else until the end. Do you get what I mean? Then I'm like, okay, oh, did you guys have a good time? Like, ready to go kind of thing. So yeah, and I'm not a fan of missing things on account of
Other
people.
people.
That's true.
I'm not doing it. But also as well, I don't know anyone that likes Chris Brown like that. Like the way I like him, they would have paid what I wanted to pay to go and see the man. Do you get what I mean? So I didn't want a situation where the ticket's in my basket now, then I'm telling you like, oh, that's a bit too much. I already checked out. What do you mean? But no, I love solo things. I go solo cinema, solo trips. I've got a lot more I want to do this year solo. Like I've actually got a list of... Who was I telling this today? Oh, no, it wasn't you. I've got a list of things I want to do. I want to do salsa dancing.
Okay.
You need a partner.
Yeah, but when I get there, they can provide one.
It's a Mexican guy, yeah?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Professional,
Aye,
innit?
aye. Whatever it is. I want to do salsa dancing. I want to do pole fitness as well. I've always wanted to do that. There was something else I thought about yesterday that I wanted to do. Oh, I want to go fruit picking, but not like a slave. Not like not like picking cotton. But I'd really want to go fruit pick. I love fruits. Like I love strawberries and cherries. So this time I'm going to try and see if I can go anywhere to pick.
What do they provide? Is that a service that people provide?
What, fruit picking?
You just go and pick the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole experience thing.
So do you keep the fruit?
Yeah.
They wait at the end, I believe. And then
Oh, you pay it. You pay for it.
Mhm.
So what fruits grow on trees again?
Like strawberries, all them.
Cherries.
Yeah.
Can you pick grapes?
blueberries. I'm not too sure, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I'd want to go wine to like a grape. No, I've done wine tasting already. Slaps.
You go to the vineyard.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be good.
So literally this year, that's what I want to do. Just have different experiences, things I've always wanted to do. Just
Sick. That's
do it all. And some of them will be solo mugs, so that's how I roll. But no, I told you I had a time of my life. Yeah, I do things because I've missed out on some stuff because I'm waiting on other people and people take too long to reply and then they're like, oh, actually, I don't think I want to go. Or they say they can do it. Then like, oh, actually, I'm not free.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, even when I was trying to plan a holiday, like a group of us, and obviously clashes and whatever, like it was just long. We ended up booking it in the end. We're going to go DR. Ended up booking it in the end. And then I went to see my friends. Like, we literally went to say hello to my friend. And we booked a holiday right there on the spot. Because it was just two of us.
Yeah. See?
So, yeah, it's just...
Best way, man.
It is the best way. And I enjoy my company, so it's nothing at all for me.
I still haven't done that solo trip yet, and I don't know if I can do it. I
Me
nearly
neither.
done it last year.
I mean, nearly.
I nearly
Book it.
done it. No, that's why I'm coming with it.
Oh! I thought that would be nearly. Oh. I think it'd be fun. But it depends because I like spending time on my own though. Like for me, a solo trip, you guys already know how I am on holiday, but a solo trip is like extra downtime. Do you get what I mean? So my birthday one, I'm going to be like relaxing, like reading a book and like meditating. Like it's just like that. But you can go out as well. You can do it and then like go out and meet people as well. And like, I would do dinners on my own as well and all that kind of stuff. But you can go to the club.
Yeah, see, that's where I struggle at dinner time.
Really? You want to eat with someone?
I don't want to sit down and eat by myself at a restaurant.
I love doing
Anywhere,
that.
anytime.
Really? Do you know my favorite things to do myself? Breakfast dates. I did one the other day. I love, like, I just love it. I do brunch on my own.
I called them breakfast dates. You just went for breakfast.
No, it's a breakfast dates. It's a date with myself.
I saw someone like randomly post a video like that, you know. I was confused.
No, what do you mean? It's lit.
Because it looked like someone was there, but nobody was there.
No one was there. Like,
Was
what
that
are
like TikTok or something?
On Instagram, I think.
So they're pretending that they're...
Not really pretending. I don't think there's like a glass there. But it's
but
like,
that the properties are spread out like there is two people.
Exactly.
That is my setting when you see me on one of my solo food outings. Because my bag was there, then I've got like sunglasses there, and then like my water. So you actually would think that there's two of us. Nope, it's just me having the time of my life.
yeah.
It's a date, man.
I don't know if I got it in me. Breakfast ain't too bad, but dinner. That's what that's what I'm saying. So when I'm away on holidays, the evenings, going to dinner will fuck with me.
Really? I really enjoyed it. And then obviously you get perks as well. Well,
Like-
maybe because it's a woman thing.
What perks?
I get like a free glass
Like
of
free
wine or like free, do you know what I mean? Like I just get, and people are extra nice to you. I guess maybe they feel bad for you. Maybe you have to kind of lead with, I'm doing this because I want to do it. By the way, not because, you know.
Yeah, people do
I
kind
got
of make
stood up.
friends with like solo travelers and that, innit?
Yeah, but.
So they probably
yeah.
do you think they just feel sorry for you? Not sorry, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because when I went my first solo trip, I got upgraded because it was just me. So I booked like a nice room and then I got upgraded to a junior suite. Champagne, a glass of champagne on arrival. I said, this is lit. And it was just nice. But obviously I worry about safety a lot. Like I worry about safety even here. So my thing with like being away alone is just safety. But I wouldn't be out like too late and stuff because again, obviously it's just me. So it's not smart to do. But
Sure.
it's lit, man. I think you should try it. But you're not going to.
No, I think I am. I just don't know where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It'd have to be somewhere like eventful.
I get you. Because you'd want to make friends there, wouldn't you? Yeah, out there. Like, not make friends, but meet people.
I'd meet people anyway. I always meet people when I go away,
Yeah.
even if I'm not by myself.
I feel like Thailand is a place for you, you know, to go alone.
Why?
Because I feel
Is it
like,
why?
cause you know them type of places that's got like, you know the type of places that's got history. I
Culture.
feel like you'll be in the zone and mix with people that are completely different to you.
See that the history stuff. I'm not a big tourist person. Like, I know the histories of places I go, like, but I can see it. I don't really need to see it and be immersed in culture. But maybe being around the different people and that will be cool and fun. But I feel like there needs to be something going on. Say like Trinidad
that
Carnival
looked
time.
lit.
That's around now, isn't it? Or like Rio Carnival or something. I don't know. You know, like there's just something going
There's
on.
something going on, yeah.
I feel like them kind of settings there, and then I'll be alright. To just drop me in a land.
Wait, they didn't drop you in the
Just tell me
land.
to just thrive.
You boarded the
You
flight.
get me? Huh?
You just drop me in the land.
No, I'll just be like, there, go. Prosper. I'm
Prosper.
Like, where
Go
do
forth
where do I go?
Go forth and mingle.
Go forth and mingle. Yeah, it's tough. Like if there's not something going on and a big influx of people in it, then
Yeah.
you've really got to be like, obviously if you're saying you're taking a
mine's a
self-time
retreat.
or
Yeah.
the retreat thing and just reading, then all right, that's different. But I'm an activity babe.
Kind of guy.
You get me?
I'm neither of those. I'm not tourism. I'm not activities. Let's go and do this. Hello. Let's calm down, please. No.
How was your pancake day?
What?
Your pancake day.
You don't actually know what you said.
What did I say?
No, I can't even say on air. My pancake day was really good. I had some nice, thick, fluffy pancakes, right?
Okay.
But then my thing with pancake days, I don't always get involved because when I start, like I will be eating pancakes for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I'll just have that craving now. However, I had pancakes yesterday, then I had body combat in the evening.
Okay.
And working so hard, kicking and punching, I said, I can't afford for this extra weight. So that's it. I'm one and done this year. But it was really good. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I had a lot of pancakes, man.
Serious. How much is a lot?
I can't say it. Actually, she's gonna beat me. I like 8 pancakes.
What? Thick?
They're not okay. They're not that thick. They're like that thick.
That's good. You worked it.
But remember, I eat it as I go.
Oh yeah.
And then the
yeah,
last
yeah,
few, I said, okay, do you know what? Let me just finish.
Mm-hmm.
Iman was cold. I said, yeah, this is what Iman's talking about. I forgot to I was gonna actually put on thingy. I said, yeah, this is what Iman's talking about. It was just cold and just not it.
I hate it.
And you can't put in a microwave either.
I do that, you know.
Yeah, I don't like microwave for certain things. I guess air fry actually. I should have tried that.
Oh yeah.
I've been a bit crispy.
Sure.
The Dutch pancakes, that would have been nice.
Dutch pancakes. What's that?
Yeah, it's like little mini pancakes.
Oh, is
It's
it?
like a little dessert thing they do. It's really cool. It's like just like very tiny pancakes. It's really, really nice. It's like a nice dessert to have. Did you have any pancakes?
No, I didn't. You know, I was looking for a place that would do like pancakes, innit? Like
Oh,
Vegan
yeah.
offers and stuff, innit? I found, you know, Bill's, the restaurant.
No.
Any bills I know is Destiny Child. No.
But it's a decent place, man. Anyway, I saw an offer in it. Unlimited pancakes, $7.99.
Unlimited.
Yeah, man. So I was like, that's definitely for me. But
They
then
had
I
them working to the bone.
but then I thought they ain't gonna be vegan, innit? So
Yeah.
I thought, what's this? Let me just stay at my house.
There should have been. Someone should do that though. Vegan. You know, Kevin Hart's got a vegan restaurant,
Oh, is it?
a vegan fast food. Yeah, apparently it's doing really well. It's got it in America somewhere. But it's like a vegan. But this is the thing we've talked about it. You know, the whole chicken wings. It's not chicken wings. Stop it. Do you know what I mean? Like it mimics Popeye's. What's it called? Menu, but
I posted a video of some guy yesterday making do like pepper steak or something like that. He made it out of Play-Doh, bro.
was it on Twitter.
I posted. You see me
I
post it?
saw that because the thing is, when I saw the finished, I was like, oh,
grind
this
up
look
kidney
good.
peas
That's what it was.
and made some concoction and then
Because when I saw the video, I saw the finished product. I said, this looks so yummy. I said, let me look at the recipe. Then all of that stuff that happened, and I said, I must have clicked the wrong video, and I just came out of it.
yeah, it's foolishness.
So, but is it like proper food or is it like Play-Doh?
Yeah, what do you
Like,
Nah, it's
Nah,
proper
it's
food.
proper
He's
food.
going to call it
okay,
Play-Doh.
so like,
The peas look like Play-Doh once he mashed it up.
Like he mashed it all up and then made like a
like a dough.
dough in it,
Okay.
and then sliced up the dough and then fried it to make it look like pieces of steak, like pepper
Weren't it?
steak in
I
it.
think I've seen something like that before.
Foolishness.
Probably
It's
tastes
vegan.
nice. It's probably good for you too.
Nah, because I want meat. You know what I mean? I want the steak. Mr. Rotation, how are you?
I'm good, man.
People them have missed you.
What's that?
People them have missed you. They've been throwing a bit of shade.
Oh, was it? What type of shit?
just
Just
trade you respect.
they are how they are.
What was it? What can I say, man? You know, when life calls, life calls.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That is right. How are you though?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good.
You look good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can't complain, man.
Yeah?
Skin is glowing.
Thank you, man. I like
Love
your
it.
hair, man. It's nice.
Thank you.
Nice and straight.
Not nice and straight. You know, that is a compliment. That is a compliment for the girls because you can't be having your hair not on straight, semi-straight.
If the intention is to be straight.
Yeah, it's not. It's not it. Yeah. All right.
Oh, I was gonna say to you, are you fasting? It's Ash Wednesday today.
For what?
Lent.
No, I don't. I told you I don't do that. Was it you I told?
No, actually, I think you did mention it.
Yeah, I don't do like. Oh, I'm about to get cooked again today.
Collective.
Here we go. Yeah, let me just go for it. Yeah, I don't do like collective communal fasting.
Okay.
Like I feel like fasting should have a purpose. I feel like because my church they do prayer week, right? So when it's prayer week, you don't have to fast, but I decided to fast anyway. 'Cause I was due a fast. Do you get what I mean? But when it's like we're all fasting and giving up something, that just screams religion to me, and I don't take part in religion. No offense to anyone out there who's fasting. All the best to you. But yeah. So yeah, and I'm not fasting or giving up anything.
Oh, okay.
Are you fasting or giving up anything?
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, because people are like, I'm giving up chocolate. I'm like, you don't eat chocolate that much. And sometimes people use fasting as a means of diet.
Oh, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's like-
Yeah.
Think about kill two birds with one stone. No, connect with the Lord. This is the point of fasting. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's fasting out there.
What about you guys? You not giving up anything for Lent? No?
I know you're not. I know you're not looking at Yusuf.
Nigga, I've got a whole month of fasting coming up next month.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ramadan.
Oh,
that's
yes.
right. Yeah, 22nd of March, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm preserving all my fasting energy
Well then,
for then.
do you work out
Oh,
during
it's
that time?
March, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lit. My brother told me it was April. I was getting worried. I was getting upset because I thought I was going on tour
I know
during
it's both,
Ramadan.
It's both. It goes into April.
Yeah, but it should be finished by the time I start then, isn't it?
When do you go away?
12th of April.
No.
It's a whole month, innit?
Nah.
It's a month.
Yeah.
So it starts 22nd of March. So the most of it is in April.
Oh, so I missed most of it. Yeah, so I'm touring during Ramadan then.
You don't fast, do you?
With me?
Yeah. What's the good do you?
No, his friend, he said. His friend.
Oh, your friends?
No, not my friend. Oh, you know how many Muslim, what are you talking about? My fan base, you think my fan base is just Christians?
I'm trying to understand here.
You think my fan base is just Christians?
Now, I know your fan base just me. I know it's not.
Yeah, so
but I'm just wondering.
They might not want to come and turn up during the holy month of
Is it?
Ramadan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the people don't socialise during that time? Not socialise, but you don't like go out and stuff?
No.
Okay.
Going to clubs is strictly
Is it?
forbade outside Ramadan
Not
and
forbade.
inside Ramadan.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. No, they would have broken their fast though. That's why I was like, what is the... Okay, correlation. I get it. Okay, fair enough. Do you go to the gym while you're fasting?
I do. I try to find a way around it. Sometimes I go like an hour before I eat.
Okay.
Sometimes
okay.
I go afterwards. It depends on how I feel.
Oh, you feel okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But for the most part, I tend to take the month off-ish, kind of. So it's not really the same intensity at all.
Yeah, because it's a proper restricted fasting, as in the hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my granddad used to do it.
It's gonna be a good one for us this year, though.
Are you fasting?
Even us.
Yeah, your PR is bad. like, what are you?
No, I was joking. I was joking.
I was gonna cook you for the people because I think, okay, like I've been on your side all these months.
To be fair, if
Too
you're
far.
part of the nation and the nation fast, then I don't see no reason why you shouldn't fast.
Oh, do you know he's taking a trip?
Yeah, you told me.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're very excited to tell Yusuf.
Huh? Oh.
That were you? Why did you tell? That? How did Yusuf know?
I found that on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you like wanted to bond and be like, oh my gosh, guess what I'm doing?
It's a holy month anyway. I think you don't have to be a Muslim to take part.
No, you don't have to be.
Oh, do you not?
No, you can do. I can fast for Lent if I choose to.
I was like, oh,
Just
okay.
depends on what my reasoning is, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I
makes
fasted in Ramadan before.
The whole month.
No.
I said, no, 2 days.
sense. I did a day and I tapped out.
I done like a couple of days just to show solidarity. You get
Did
me?
you do the hours, the actual hours though? Like
Yeah.
sundown. I was gonna say sun up.
How'd you find it?
Huh?
How'd you find it?
Oh, it was alright. Fasting is alright. I fasted before for Christianity. You get me? See, when you're in time of deep prayer, you want to connect with the
I'm
Lord.
gonna connect with the Lord.
You fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I fasted before. It's nothing new to me. Sacrifice, you know.
Well, try a month before you start giving me,
What you tell me?
all this vim of confidence. Yeah, I fasted before. It's not,
I know you're looking at him talking about sacrifice. I'm thinking,
A month is brazy.
do a month, trust me.
Now, in Christianity, we don't need to do that.
wait, how long is Lent there? So it's 40 days.
Yeah, it's 6 weeks, you know. Lent. Yeah, it's longer.
I said in Christianity, they be
Yeah,
doing
but that's
40
not
days.
fasting. That's
No,
giving
but-
something up.
I swear,
It's meant.
It's fasting. It's fasting
meant to
and
be
giving something
fasting,
up.
yeah.
It's meant to
what's-
fast and give something up.
Well,
Yeah.
it's meant to be fasting, but it's changed.
Changed to-
but
Yeah.
what's the
Okay.
what's the Lent rules?
See, that's the problem with Christians, right?
Like
They're
Lent,
weak.
Lent, you can still
They be
do
changing the
more,
rules all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You basically give up whatever you want.
Okay.
Because isn't it meant to emulate what Jesus did when he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights? And you have remixed it to be giving up Cadbury's chocolates.
Basically, yeah.
No, that's actually disgusting. That's very pathetic. To say the
Because
least.
you're meeting people where they are, innit? Not everyone can jump straight in like that.
Yeah, then don't do it. Then do like a week. Or do you know what I mean? Do what your strength can take you. Don't give up chocolate for 40 days and think that you have done a great.
So what, in the Bible it
Great
says
thing.
you can either choose to
It
do
definitely
it Jesus'
doesn't.
way or do it this way.
This video don't say nothing like that. It says
No,
nothing.
So then when did this new way of fasting come in
I
where
would
you
like
can just
to know.
choose a specific item to
But to
It's
be
a Catholic thing, Lent.
I believe so.
Okay.
But because Lent's not in the Bible. It's just one
Lent's
of
not
those
in the
practices. No, it's just one of those practices that came after, to kind of get closer to Christ, to do
Okay,
certain
okay,
things. You know what I mean?
That's interesting, man.
Interesting.
Right, well, big up all the fasters out there.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yeah. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. And let's get into our first headlines.
All right, so the SNP leadership contender, Kate Forbes, has denied her campaign has been derailed by comments on gay marriage. Some key backers of the finance secretary have withdrawn their support after she said she would have voted against equal marriage laws. Ms. Forbes, who's a member of the Free Church of Scotland, has also said that having kids outside of marriage is wrong, according to her faith. She said people wanted politicians to give straight answers. The Sky, Lochaber and Badenoch MSP has also said she would not seek to overturn gay marriage laws if she succeeds Nicola Sturgeon as Scotland's First Minister, and has apologised for any pain her comments may have caused. She's one of 3 candidates in the contest alongside Health Secretary Hamza Yousaf and Ash Regan, who's the former Community Safety Minister who quit over the Scottish Government's gender self-identification reforms. Next headline is about Biden's trip to Ukraine. And so Vladimir Putin has sharpened his vitriol towards the West as President Joe Biden, fresh from a visit to Kiev, praised Western democracy for standing up to naked Russian aggression. In a week heavy with events ahead of Friday's anniversary of Ukraine's invasion from Russia's Ukraine invasion, Mr. Putin spoke out. He claimed that the West had enabled Nazi Germany and had turned Ukraine into a neo-Nazi regime that was anti-Russia. Hours later, Mr. Biden said autocrats understood only one word: no, no, no. He said that Putin thought the world would roll over, but he was wrong, and he vowed that NATO was more united than ever. Kiev stood strong, proud, tall, and free, and Western support for Ukraine would not fail, he added. Welcoming him to Warsaw's royal castle, the Polish president, Andrzej Duda, said that by traveling to Kiev, Mr. Biden had shown the free world did not fear anything. NATO's role was to defend and support the free world, and Ukraine must win this war. Mr. Putin's speech barely touched on the progress of Russia's military in Ukraine, and there was no indication of how the war might end. The main news involving Russia's military came from the Wagner mercenary group leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who accused the chief of staff and defense minister of trying to destroy his group and starve it of weapons. Russia's president did announce that he was suspending the New START nuclear arms control treaty, which was signed with the US in 2010. The deal caps nuclear warhead numbers, and NATO and the UK leaders have urged him to reconsider. He also declared that he had to put new ground-based systems on combat duty. He had already threatened last year to use all means at his disposal to protect Russia and territory, and it has seized. So, let me see that again. He had already threatened last year to use all means at his disposal to protect Russia and the Russian territory that he had seized from Ukraine. And the last headline is about Sunak, and basically he's been urged to ignore the Brexit hardliners. So the senior Conservatives have urged Rishi Sunak to ignore shrill hardliners over new post-Brexit arrangements with the European Union, warning that failure to reach a deal risks the party's slim election chances. As anger mounts among Brexiteers over a possible deal, the Prime Minister has been told that unhappy ministers could resign. However, senior Tories urged Mr. Sunak to call their bluff. Health Minister Maria Caulfield, who herself quit Theresa May's front bench over her Brexit plan, urged Tory MPs to support the Prime Minister. And Tobias Ellwood, who's a former minister who chairs the Commons Defence Committee, told The Independent, allowing this to drag on unresolved shows how increasingly out of touch we look at both sides in the Irish Sea. The Prime Minister should ignore the shrill voices that opine after a model of Brexit that a growing population can no longer relate to and will punish us at the next election if we don't moderate our now dated stance. Brexiteers said that they are prepared to force a showdown vote in Parliament on any agreement between the EU and the UK. The Prime Minister, who does not have to offer MPs a vote, could be forced to rely on Sir Keir Starmer's Labour Party for votes. But one former cabinet minister told The Independent, what matters is getting the Northern Ireland Protocol resolved, because if it's not resolved, that plays into Labour's hands. Labour will say, look, it can't be resolved until there's a change of government. The Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, on Monday hinted at a potential cabinet split as she warned Mr. Sunak not to ditch the controversial Northern Ireland Protocol bill devised by Boris Johnson in return for a Brexit deal. That's the end of the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you're saying.
All right, people. So today's headline, it somewhat stems from the whole back and forth with Chris Brown. And also, Stacey kind of mentioned it in passing when she called in. And it's about cancel culture, right? And I know we've spoken about cancel culture, in different ways. But I want us to kind of hit from another angle today, yeah? Firstly, I want us to start with, do you guys believe in it, firstly? We're going to obviously move on from there, but I just want to know, do you guys believe in it? And do you feel like cancel culture really serves us? Is it good for us? Has it been good? And do you think generally it's good for us?
Is cancel culture good?
Mm-hmm.
Your mic waves.
I'm sure they heard me.
You get on my nerves.
Why would it be good?
I mean, there's
For
people
the right
out there who
person,
believe it is.
it would be.
Why though? Explain to me.
For Jeffrey Epstein, it would have been good.
You don't need cancel culture for that. It's committing a crime. We just need police. That's what I'm talking about. Why you need cancel culture for Jeffrey? You need police. For
No, but
Jeffrey
when you think of
Epstein.
how many
There's
other
laws and
people,
rules.
but when you think of how many people commit like those kind of heinous crimes and are still in Hollywood chilling and doing whatever, cancel culture needs to be coupled up with the law. Hit them from both sides.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about like any cancel culture. Anyone that's broke the law and is in prison and all that. That's not cancel culture. Doesn't really come into that. I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I
Because
think-
they broke the law. Like if you've broke the law, if you've been convicted of something, like you've clearly done wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the cancellation that follows it is due and just, or whatever it may be. Like it doesn't really. I don't really see it as the same thing. Like I feel like cancel culture is people who's been judged in public opinion.
Yeah.
And they get
Like-
cancelled online, and people don't want to endorse their stuff like that. They're not in
Okay, so
jail
like
for anything.
morally?
They ain't done nothing. Yeah, like morally kind of shit. Or am I off the
No,
ball?
yeah.
I feel you.
You're right, I think.
Let me just define it.
Yeah, I was literally going to ask you guys, what's your definitions?
Cancel culture, also known as call-out culture, is a phenomenon, in which those who are deemed to have acted or spoken in an unacceptable manner are ostracized, boycotted, or shunned.
Yeah, so again, it is like morally public opinion stuff really for the cancel culture stuff, innit? So I'm saying that like the Weinstein man and all that, that's different. Them man are, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I don't see why.
It would be a good thing.
Like if people are spewing like hate and that, and then the people that are supposed to be getting cancelled ain't even really getting cancelled. Like cancel culture is good for people like Katie Hopkins and that.
How is she doing? Is she back on the? Let me check. I remember she was banned, and I said, "Nah, there's serious boy."
I'm guessing she's all right. Yeah, for people like that, then I hear it. But when people just want to just throw their toys out their pram and chat shit and like that, I don't know where cancel culture could be a.
Wow, they really got her out of it, you know.
Is she gone?
Yeah, for real.
It's good, man.
Her account was banned like this was like during lockdown, I swear. Mad.
So her account's banned like properly from Twitter.
Like yeah,
Okay, cool.
I think Instagram as well.
She's probably using that other thing.
What is
What's
yeah,
it
Trump's
called?
one,
Trump's
innit?
one.
Yeah, she's definitely using Trump's one. That's where all the cancelled gather. I feel like with cancel culture, I think cancel culture should be individualized. I think
thinking the same thing.
yeah, I think it should be individualized where I don't like what this person represents. I don't like how they speak. I don't like how they do this and blah, blah. So I just wouldn't engage with them. I wouldn't engage with their art. I wouldn't buy into whatever it is that they're selling. I think that I don't like cancel culture because cancel culture does not take into account people's growth. It does not allow people to make mistakes. It does not allow people to be a certain way and have personal development. Do you get what I mean? Like people want to cancel people for things they said when they were 13, when they were 16, heck, when they were 20s, when they were in their 20s, and they're now in their 40s. For me, that doesn't make sense. Even if someone said something like 2 years ago, if the way you live today is not a reflection of that mindset, I don't see why they should be flogged and dragged by the scruff of the neck. Do you get what I mean?
But even though you're saying it's different, right? Today, yeah. Sometimes we can approach a situation or a person and say to yourself, okay, you know what? I think this is just for branding purposes. This is just to maybe exploit a particular industry or a particular culture, but they're really like how they were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So if you do see that particular thing, especially if it's like a stark difference to what they are now,
Yeah.
wouldn't your mind start thinking,
Yeah, but then that's
what's going
where,
on there?
because you never know what people's experiences, what's made them do that 180 turn, right?
Okay.
So I think it's difficult to be able to gauge whether someone's doing. Actually, some people you can't tell it's for branding, but it's difficult to tell whether someone's genuinely not like that anymore, or if they're just doing it for branding and PR, and this is what their management's advised them to do. And that's why I think what needs to come into that then is individualized cancellation. If I don't think you're being honest with this, and I'm like, nah, because there's other things that you say, like you don't show hate to this group, but you still show hate to this group. So you don't understand that hate is bad, period. Do you get what I mean? Then I'll be like, I'm not really buying it. But for me, I just think everyone makes mistakes. People say stuff that you don't even know is offensive because no one's told you that it's offensive. And I think if someone's willing to learn, if I say something that's wrong, and someone said, and people are just like, well, she's this and that, cancel her. But I don't understand why what I said is not right. And I think this is why I don't like about cancel culture. It does not allow for education either. It doesn't allow people to explain why it is that what you said is wrong. Why it is that what you said is offensive. It's just like, no, off of your head, go away. Okay, but why am I going away?
You're basically touching bare the points I'm gonna get into. Yeah.
I think for me, cancel culture doesn't have to be a group assignment. Like if I, as an individual, choose not to rock with a certain person because of what they've done, that's my choice. I don't need the mob or Black Twitter to tell me to cancel this person. That's my choice. And I think that should be the same for everyone else. So I don't really buy into cancel culture because if I have to convince someone that they shouldn't rock with this person because of their acts, that speaks to more to them. If they choose to, for example, if someone chooses to triumph R. Kelly in despite of what he's done, that's their decision. I don't need to try to convince them otherwise. Right?
Yep.
That's just the way I see it.
Absolutely.
Do you see it also like you just said, you making that personal decision?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should make it internally, or you can or should be allowed to kind of tweet about it? If that makes sense.
The thing is, I'm not really a tweeter, so I can't really speak to that. But
Okay.
If someone is, being ridiculed by society for doing heinous crimes or acts, I think have some type of tact not to add fuel to the fire by tweeting about it. If you want to listen, watch, consume their content, do that in your private time. You don't have to now let the public know that despite the fact that this person is a whatever, paedophile, for example, whatever, you don't have to now show that you're supporting them.
Yeah.
What for? What does that serve?
No,
You know what I mean?
I mean more so like, say you're against the person.
Yeah.
Like, would you then say, "Oh, I'm against this particular person"? Guys, like, you don't need to follow me, but me personally, me or my household, I'm against this person. Or do you think it should just be like internal decision?
I think it's
stay
because,
silent.
but what does an individual telling Twitter that they don't fuck with this person do?
Public declaration.
Huh?
So like a public declaration.
Yeah, but it's also because of how big that person is.
Yeah.
Because then you're effectively influencing all those other people that are looking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
You mean
like,
if you're a big public
you're a
figure, or
non-person.
you mean you just I
like
don't know.
if you're like a
But you know,
non-person.
sometimes one person can tweet like, "Oh, and this is actually sometimes how it happens. It can be just like a nobody, right? Not like a nobody, but not a celebrity, not a public figure, not influencer. And they're like, "Oh, I don't like what. Who was it? Is it not Jivion? Who's the other one? Lucky, one of them R&B guys, right? He's allegedly a deadbeat father, right?
Lucky Day.
Lucky Day, that's it. And all it was one girl just tweeted, "Oh, Lucky Day's a piece of shit, man. I can't believe he did that." Someone's like, "Did what?" Next thing you know, now we've got the whole tea that he got the girl pregnant, then left her, but then he's out here making millions on tour, whatever, but he don't pay child support and blah, blah, blah. Do you get me? So sometimes that's just actually how it starts. And I think with Twitter, like, obviously Twitter's about tweeting your thoughts. Do you get me? Like, I would say, "Oh, I'm craving some pounded jam today." It is what it is. And I think that you can say whatever you want to say. I think what I have an issue with is when there's a call for someone to be cancelled, right? And then everyone's just adding their 2 pences. And it's always funny because the people that you've seen support this person are now all up in the comments like, "Yeah, because when he was on this thing and he said this," you know what I mean? I think that adding fuel to the fire thing, I just don't like that, because really and truly, to what end? You telling everyone you don't like this person, to what end?
The reason why I'm kind of laughing is because the same thing's happening in the chat. So someone mentioned something about Daniel Caesar, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the allegations are yet.
Yeah.
But people obviously would ask, what are the allegations?
And here we go.
And that's how it starts. But at the same time, it's not like anyone's trying to be bad about him. You're just informing those who want to know. So where do you draw that line?
Yeah, but then what did the person who mentioned Daniel Caesar, what did they say? Because there's a tone to where it already is bad. Do you get what I mean? Like, I can't believe I can't believe what Daniel Caesar did.
Well,
he
what
didn't
did
give to charity.
What did Daniel Caesar do?
What do you do?
I don't know.
This is what I'm
So I'm
saying.
trying to find out. I don't know. But no, this is what someone put in the chat.
Yeah.
So if someone's in that kind of tone, you know it's not that he donated to an orphanage.
Yeah.
So that already has like a negative tone to it. And that's what attracts attention. Because if someone tweeted, "Daniel Caesar just gave, £50,000 to this charity," we're like, okay, that's nice. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't, there's just a tone where you attract more attention, where people know there's something bad brewing up in there.
Yeah. But if you're, giving the information, then that's fine.
Yeah.
So if you know someone done something, you just want to share it. I'm not
Share
against
it.
that.
Yeah.
But then, like you're saying, that's how the whole cancel culture thing gets strength, innit?
Yeah, but once your act is out there, it's up to individuals to choose whether or not they want to cancel you. I'm just whoever is just delivering the information. It's news, isn't it?
Yeah, just news. Giving the news.
But what happens in those situations where it's fake news? And now that person's already smeared with this
Delete your
false
tweet, man.
information.
Then don't put out information unless you know it's true.
Who's really been cancelled? Because cancel culture sounds like
Not a
such a
damn
mess.
soul.
Who's been cancelled?
Not a soul.
And don't who?
No, I don't think
Kanye's not
that's-
cancelled.
No.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
There's still people who listen to
still-
Kanye West, who
there's
love Kanye West, who want to buy
It's never
stuff.
going to be like whole scale.
That doesn't matter,
Yeah, but
man.
you know-
That's
yeah,
not
but you know-
cancelled.
yeah, but-
Kanye, people still wear Yeezys. People will buy Kanye music if he thinks if Kanye was performing in London tomorrow,
Yeah.
there'll be tickets there.
Yeah.
Kanye's not cancelled. Like that's just
So your definition of cancel is different then? It's
I don't know,
complete
but-
derision.
well, cancelled means cancelled should be what
The
it
thing
says on the
is,
tin.
if-
Cancelled. Who's cancelled?
If someone, for example,
And
loses,
if you're in prison, if you've done wrong, it doesn't count as well. Because I'm saying that's the law. Like
Wiley.
The law cancelled you.
How about Wiley?
Oh, the baby.
I think it depends.
Wiley's been deplatformed.
Yeah, but I don't think it's been cancelled.
I've
by black
watched
people either.
Wiley.
I don't think it's
I've
been
watched
cancelled.
Wiley put on shows, put on dances in his igloo, and sell the place out, fill it up. I see people still play him, still thing him.
What, post cancellation?
Yeah,
Sick.
still see it. He's been
Yeah, but
deplatformed.
no,
He's been
you're right.
deplatformed.
He hasn't been cancelled because
He's not cancelled.
The culture still fuck with Wiley.
Yeah, Wiley's not
hasn't been
cancelled.
He's just
Yeah,
been,
true.
like you said,
Yeah,
deplatformed.
yeah,
by-
deplatformed, yeah.
Someone put in the chat, yeah, the baby. I think the baby's actually been cancelled because that man could not sell tickets to his show.
No, I think it is. I think when you lose,
He could it for free. He was giving it for free
I
in
think
the
you're right.
restaurant.
If you're an artist, right, and you lose 70% of your fan base, if you lose a large percentage of your fan base, then like I say, you've been cancelled. Like the baby, I think
Yeah.
he's lost like 80% of his fan base
Mate,
because he's
that's
gone.
crazy.
I didn't even go
He
down
was
to you.
popping.
You know what I mean?
He
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
guy. And you know what? That's what it is. Like, that's actually the key.
Yeah.
Is your fan base. Because sometimes people who never supported you be cancelling you. I don't care. That's why Chris Brown sold out all them dates. Because people that cancel Chris
Everybody
Brown,
that cancelled don't support him.
they
Yeah.
support him. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, actually, that is really the key. It has to be your fan base that cancel you. It has to be the people that get you the most support to cancel you. And until that happens, you're not really cancelled. R. Kelly's not cancelled. There's women who queue up, who are go funding this man's court cases, you know, and they're outside the prison every day. Like they've had to move him to maximum security, like as in away from everyone, because they're always making noise outside the jail, protesting with a little it's crazy that when you think of the generation doing this, people's mums and grandmas, you know, it's crazy. Well, yeah.
So okay, who's been close to being cancelled? Yeah, and you thought, you know, it's over for them.
Do you know who's
But
cancelled
they-
as well?
They made it.
Justice Smollett.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
cancelled.
That guy's cancelled. You
I
know?
don't think it was popular enough to even for me to put him in that category.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I liked him, you know.
He was just a guy on the Empire.
Empire.
He wasn't really a massive
I
star.
want to start watching that again.
Yeah, but he ain't getting no roles ever again.
No, he has not worked since. He will never work again.
Who Juicy?
Yeah.
You know, he brought on upon himself, bro. So I can't even.
100%.
I can't even.
I still
throw
need
that
closure on
away.
that matter. I still need to know what happened.
But I don't know why I wouldn't define his as being cancelled for some reason. For me, it didn't hit this. It didn't hit like that on socials for me.
Do you
Who,
think?
Jesse?
Yeah, he done something stupid. He got caught for it. I don't think this is a cancellation kind of vibe to me.
Do you kind of link cancellation to the size of the person then, to how big they are? Or
I get what you're saying. I
yeah.
think he's been
Would
blackballed.
Jesse?
With what I mean is there was no collective notion of let's cancel Jesse. That wasn't the vibe. It was this guy's an idiot. What the fuck is he doing? That it wasn't like let's cancel Jesse Smollett. I don't think that was the vibe out there.
Okay.
Do you know what's crazy though? I remember like the day he talked about it, the support was mad. Had everybody tweeting about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think with him, I think it's more like he's in black listed. Like worse than Monique, man. It's actually done.
So what would you say is the difference between being blacklisted, blackballed, and being cancelled?
So blackboard is when the industry, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean, they stop your money, they cut off your water. I mean, like, you ain't gonna work in this town again. Those kind of vibes.
I love this line. That
Whereas being
line.
cancelled is more so being cancelled by your fans, the public. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you feel as though anyone can be cancelled?
I don't think no one can.
You
Get
think no one can be cancelled?
Do you know who's been cancelled?
Who?
Murad. Feet Murad.
Oh yeah.
He's not shown his face again.
I never knew much about him before.
I never knew who he was, so
Yeah.
it's hard to cancel someone I
Yeah.
never knew they existed.
See, but I
To
saw
me.
his face like
Yeah.
on, especially when Love Island comes on. Like I would see him on my timeline all the time. This was his time. This was his bag.
Was he ever part of the Love Island thingy, or was it?
Yeah, he was on the after show and whatever. Like he actually worked with Love Island at one point. So he was definitely on his way to being like some form of presenter or something with them.
Did we put a name up? We're struggling to find someone who's been cancelled.
Completely, utterly. I'll say the babies are close.
The baby's defo. He's done. He will really never work in this out again.
Trying to think who else.
I can't think of anybody else.
I think Trey Songz is on his way.
Oh,
That's bubbling, but I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna cancel Trey.
nah, he will. You know.
No, he's gonna have to go prison like R. Kelly. He's got too many slammers.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have to go jail. And
Nah,
then,
yeah, he's take that man to jail.
he's got too many slammers, but the cases are building and
Like
bubbling.
he keeps doing
with
out
Trey.
of court. I heard about one the other day as well. He keeps doing out of court settlements. Like there's only so much that Chapter 5 album money is gonna get you, sir. Good album though. Don't know if I ever cancelled that album.
And he's got a reputation for being starving.
Yeah.
And it's horrible because you don't have to do this. You know, one of the worst things, is when someone doesn't have to do something that they're doing. I'm like, look at you. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to do this.
You ain't gonna do this.
You don't have to do this.
You ain't gonna do this.
You really don't. And that's what makes it even worse. Because it's like, why did you? I hate to see it, man.
But
I mean, I don't know because people still play R. Kelly now.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I think when someone's talent or what,
Like, when
whatever
they're,
they produce
that's what I
was
say, but
undeniable,
when they're in prison, it don't
Yeah.
count because if they've committed a crime and you've like the laws handle it. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, so when it's in prison, it don't count because if R. Kelly was on road, a free man,
Nah, he's definitely.
what would he be doing? Would he be selling songs?
He'd be doing
Would he be
tours.
doing tours?
He'd be doing tours.
So how cancelled is he? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, I guess to be fair, I think if it's something where it's criminal, if you are in jail, you also have to be cancelled by the culture as well. Do you know what I mean? Where like you're like jail is the only place you exist. You don't exist out here. But yeah, he exists out here.
no, he does.
What about
Even in parties, people are still talking about step in the name of love. But didn't you get the memo?
August Alsina? Cancelled?
No,
Nah,
for what?
he
He
didn't.
didn't do
What
nothing.
did he do?
No, he didn't cancel.
No, I'm just reading something in the chat.
He did
no,
nothing
no.
but sleep with the man's wife.
August was
Nothing.
just- he removed himself from the industry a little bit, even before this.
Well, he
really
was
stuff
ill. He
happened.
was ill. His brother died. He had to
Yeah.
adopt the 2 kids. Life happened to him. He was definitely not cancelled. Life just happened to him. Unfortunately, his peak is when he had so much family tragedy that he had to take a step back and be a dad. I rate him for that as well. That's so sick.
Okay. So when it comes to cancel culture, who typically would you say leads the charge? Is it someone with the loudest voice, or sometimes the most intelligent person
I think a community.
who can really articulate it?
I think a community. If you upset the LGBTQI plus community, if you affect the black community, that's it. The Jewish. Oh, how dare me forget the Jewish community? I think if a community is offended by what you've done, they lead the mob.
But okay, but sometimes someone may say something crazy about black women, for example, right? And it takes a particular black woman,
Yeah.
to come out and talk.
Do you
Is it-
think?
Yeah, I feel so.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't
Or
think
am I
so.
wrong?
No.
I think you're right to a degree. I think the person who has a big platform, a loud
okay.
voice, or that person is known for fighting for this cause, people normally wait for them to kind of
Speak on it.
speak first, and then they just kind of follow their lead. Like,
Actually,
for example, someone might be thinking this, but because they're not a big voice, they don't say it. They wait until someone else says it, retweet, quote tweet, and then let's go from here.
that's true. Actually, yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously, you guys have basically said, like, Mal, you said you don't think no one can be cancelled, yeah? And obviously, you guys thought the baby and other people have been cancelled. So there's a range of stuff, yeah. Do you feel like, even though you're saying, at least from your perspective, yeah, that it doesn't work because no one can be cancelled, do you feel like it can be made more effective? And should it be made more effective? Do you think it's something that should be used by these communities, for example?
You know what? It's definitely, especially when people play, it's definitely like effective if the aim is annoyance.
mad.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if the aim to annoy someone or slow their bread up a little bit or whatever, like it's definitely effective. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? That when people use it, when people want it, like it's definitely effective. That kind of culture, that thing that I see what people do when they want to ruin people's careers and stuff. Yeah. And I don't like it, but I also jump on it when I feel like it's necessary. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like when I see people like that woman that was saying to the security guard, "Oh, you're black.
Oh, you're black.
You're
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
You're black." They jumped on the internet. They started doing what the internet do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I've got enough followers to know. So when I see them doing this shit, I'm like, you know what? I'll pile on here. Internet, do your thing. I'll retweet that with her workplace in it.
Not internet, do your thing.
Internet, go off, man. I'll retweet that with her workplace and thing, and hopefully she'll get sacked and that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so it is effective to depend, obviously the different levels, depending on what you want from it. You get what I'm trying to say? That you can use it to serve your purposes in certain circumstances or whatever. I just don't think you can. Again, I'm saying that obviously, like without the criminal aspect of it, like the people that are in jail, they're done wrong. They're guilty of something. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm saying without that aspect, I think it's just really hard to get someone like out of there like that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like look at MJ.
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff that goes around MJ's name and stuff like that. More. But if MJ was alive today, he'd be eating.
Yeah, of course.
He was eating before he died, didn't he? Or he sold that talk.
Cooking. And them claims, some of them even people like people think they're substantial. You can't get MJ out of there. It's impossible. He'll have to go jail. And if he don't go jail, you can't get him out of it. It doesn't matter what the rest of you think. There's too many of us love him.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. We know.
That's true. Because it is, no matter what a certain person does, there's always going to be two sides. There's always going to be those who will never stop loving that person despite whatever they've done in it. So, I mean, those core fans ain't going to go nowhere.
Case in point.
Even the babies,
Breezy.
as low as he's selling, he's still probably got
The 20 fans that's supporting him.
Yeah.
They're riding. They're still riding.
And that's why I can't be cancelled, man.
Someone in the chat said someone in the chat said Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is not cancelled. I think with her it's a blackboard thing.
Blackboard, yeah.
Because of the allegations was so mad, she lost the job. I know she's got new jobs now though. Because obviously all of that's been sorted out and blah blah. It wasn't true and blah blah. So it is happening again. Like as in she's starting to get new jobs and she's got Girls Trip coming up as well. But yeah, I wouldn't say she was cancelled. I thought she was blackballed. But then that's the thing about stuff like that though, where some people are just waiting, lying in wait for any chance, any negative thing to come out about you, and they get to pile on. Because when Tiffany Haddish stuff happened, I'm seeing people who were rooting for her to make it, talking about, oh yeah, she's never been funny anyway. She's never shut up, man. Do you get what I mean? Like, I think people just wait for the first chance they can get to just pile on. But I don't think piling on equates to cancellation because again, like you were saying, you're not part of the fan base, so your opinion don't count.
That's true.
If you didn't think she was funny, chances that you never watched her anyway. So it makes no difference to her money. But I'm glad she's getting jobs again though, because that was wild.
Do you feel as though some communities, for example, like you mentioned, the LGBs, the black, the Jewish communities and stuff, are more effective than others? In the sense, I'll give you an example. Right? For example, Maggie Sky mentioned that sometimes it can be lead to a distraction. For example, like for example, amongst black people now, if someone uses racist slurs and things of that nature, black people come out, right, and start talking. But then you get some black people not talking. And so then the discussion is more like, wait a minute, why are you not talking? You should be speaking up for black people. And then it changes the whole thing from being about, you know what I'm saying, racism or whatever, to an imploding situation.
I think the black community is definitely very forgiving. I don't think that we're that effective when it comes to cancellation. I think the most effective community is always going to be the Jewish community. Like they cancel. They mean what they say. Do you get me?
Sorry, I glitched.
You didn't? Okay. But what I also think as well, I do think that is an issue. Because I remember I can't remember I do remember what situation it was. But basically last year when there was that whole community thing that was happening on Twitter where people thought they were in a Twitter circle, Twitter's out there. That whole situation, right? And I remember when things like that happen where there's a bigger conversation about colorism and whatever, then I remember people were oh, then it's kind of shifted then to some people then looking at other women's tweets. But the thing is, a woman being colorist is different to a guy being colorist because it's a self-fulfilling, it's self-hate from the woman's perspective. Do you get what I mean? But I remember that, I was there's a goal, you guys have a goal, not, I mean, out of things we're dealing with, but there was a goal at hand here, but you guys were getting distracted.
Did you say goal or girl?
Goal.
Oh.
No, that'd be girl.
Yeah, that's what I thought you doing.
No, there was a goal at hand, but you guys were getting distracted by other people that weren't speaking up about it. And even when BLM happened, there's a whole fight about BLM happening. There's a whole fight about how companies don't have any black people in the top ranks in the companies. Then the conversation shifted to the black people who were not speaking up about this. And people calling out Jackie Aina and doing, I was thinking, this is not the, like, you guys are getting distracted.
Yep.
So I think a lot of that happens. Annoyingly, a lot of that happens where we lose focus. And then now the main cause, like, you're too far gone in this silly little thing you're dealing with, that now we can't even go back to the main. Because when you go back to the main thing, it's like, oh, that's played out now. Like, no one cares about it anymore. That happens a lot sadly with the black community.
Can I ask this question, yeah? Because I'm seeing loads of people saying, and like you said, black people are too forgiving.
Yeah.
Right? But I think Stacey was basically, we ain't got no power anyway, right? So my question is, do you feel like it's a case of us being too forgiving, or we really didn't have the power to go to the very end and cancel them anyway? We just kind of just stopped 75% of the way because that's all we had.
I think it's everything.
I think everything.
I've said that. I made that argument from before when all the stuff was going on with Kanye. This is literally the same shit I was saying. That black people don't have the power to cancel anybody.
And I don't think black people care as well, like, as much as others.
Do you know what I think as well,
In my
though?
opinion.
I feel like we'll never know our power because we never go all the way.
We're not on code either.
We're not on code. So we never go all the way. So the thing is we easily rely on the fact that we don't have the power. How do you know? We don't know because we've never ever gone the whole way to actually see what it is that we can actually do to bring about a change. We don't do it. We always stop at some point and we get distracted again. Something else pops up and now we've lost focus on the bigger goal. Like, we're actually, I can't say that we don't have the power to actually get something done because we've never tried.
Unless they're black and we've got them out of there, potentially.
That's the thing, see? Here we
Got
go.
a caller.
I had the person loud enough because take it up.
Good
Good morning.
Good morning, caller. I can't hear you. Please WhatsApp. Call via WhatsApp, please.
I think, yeah.
Okay, so my presumptions.
You hear?
Okay. No, I can't hear now. All right, we'll move on. All right. What about when someone, because like we said before, yeah, sometimes you've got somebody with the loudest voice, right? Who can come out and kind of lead the charge, right? And everyone just jumps on board and whatnot. But how do we kind of put something in place, or should something be put in place to kind of stop somebody with the loudest voice kind of serving their own agenda? Because sometimes people are out here for their own purposes. And because they've got the loudest voice, you can get people on. You can articulate your argument very well, bamboozle the people, and then we all go out to try and cancel someone that really doesn't really deserve to be
I
cancelled.
find the problem is not even on the person, on the loud person. The problem's on the sheep
followers.
that's
Yeah,
following.
yeah, so that's what I
Do you know what I mean? Like, because if I'm able to bamboozle you guys to get support and do what I want to do, that's on y'all for not thinking for yourselves. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about the
It's not fair
leadership.
because there's people that trick people and people get taken advantage of all the time. And then you can't, like, you won't have that energy for them. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not fair.
But that's not what when we talk about leadership the
I
other
think
day.
it's fair in this context.
It kind of is fair
In
because
in regards to like social media, if someone just like, I shouldn't be able to just tweet anything I want and then everyone believes me.
Yeah, and if you do, that's your business.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
Fair enough.
that's your calling. I'm not gonna. Thank you for helping me.
Don't we all do that to some degree though? Because like the news just has to say something, and we kind of believe it.
Yeah, but
Isn't
that's
it the same thing?
That's the news though.
But
The
what makes them
individual
more
on Twitter is
qualified?
not the news.
Yeah, but what makes them more qualified? Because the news lie all the time.
But it depends on
That's
what
true.
is the news. though.
Yeah.
Is it a rumor or are you telling me
what I'm
about
trying to say.
the state of the economy? Like, it's different.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're presenting.
They could even lie about that.
That's what I'm saying. They're presenting.
Yeah,
to
but
you.
No, but I feel in my background.
Yeah, but there's certain news
Watch Al
that
Jazeera and them thing there. They tell you different stuff
it's
about your
different.
own country.
I
You
know,
know, watch
but-
our team news. They will tell you stuff about your own country.
You're thinking,
Like,
yeah.
different
But
stuff.
There's
You get
certain,
me?
there's certain news that I can't help just to live by. Like,
Yeah.
if someone tells me we're in inflation, what am I going to do?
Like, I know we're inflation because I keep paying more for everything.
I have to believe we're in inflation. If
There's
someone
receipts
tells
for
me
that.
so and so done this, then I can actually find out about that.
Do my
I can't
diggings.
really do anything about the inflation.
Exactly that. Exactly. And I feel like, yeah, it's not on the person that's leading, it's the sheep.
All right. Okay. Let me ask this question then. Do you feel like it needs to be regulated?
But what, as in the leader being regulated?
Like just cancel culture as a whole. So in whatever way you can envision it. I'll give you an example, right? So let's just say it was almost like we kind of, because obviously to some degree, cancel culture is like somebody's particular situation being put into the court of public opinion, right? And everyone decides and everyone moves in a particular direction. And obviously you've got lawyers on both sides. The person who's about to be cancelled is basically representing themselves, typically, or their fan base, right? And on the other side, you've got the loudest voices who are against that particular person. So if it was to be regulated, essentially you have a court of you have a jury, you have a judge. So do you feel like before? It's just a random example. Do you feel like before like a particular culture goes out, a community goes out to cancel someone, there should be certain people, perhaps within that community, who discuss, listen to the actual people who are part of the community, and then say, this person's worthy of a nice 2-year suspension. No patronizing their business.
No, you can't do that.
No?
And it's never going to work because them things are, like morals ain't, you get me?
Yeah, I can't.
They're not linear. They're all different. Everybody's morals are
it's
different. So
always
some people get cancelled, and people are like, how can you listen to them, and some people are like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
But what he done? Because everybody's morals different. Like morality in that, it's not linear. Like you could feel. We don't have to have the same morals. If you don't got the same morals as me, me judging you for you not thinking like that, it's just. That's like a me problem. You don't see things the same way. You don't even care. I'm holding you to my standards. You don't even give a shit. Like you literally don't care. And that's why people, like it don't matter like opinions and stuff like that. Like if me and you's morals are different, why I'm not even upset that you feel like how you feel about it. You think totally different to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That.
But then what's the point of having a democracy? Because everyone's gonna have a different moral compass in regular life, right? But we all kind of choose people to get into positions of power to make decisions for all of us.
I don't think that needs to be done within council culture though.
But okay, obviously I was just giving like a random example.
Yeah.
But do you feel like there's a way something could be put in place to kind of mitigate certain things? Because if it's essentially, like we were saying before, if people can kind of go and use their own, be motivated by their own agendas, potentially you could just be bullying people. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. And because you can articulate yourself properly, that person just done it. But if you've got some type of panel or something,
The cancel panel.
Yeah, but as a
committee,
adult,
innit,
do you need a panel to tell you whether or not to cancel someone or not? Like, shouldn't you be able to make that decision yourself?
but people don't.
And this is
We've got millions of people canceling people for
but then they're sheep.
Yeah, but that's their problem. That's their
it's a
problem,
them
like.
problem.
But isn't it the problem with the person being cancelled?
It is, but it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like it's just unfortunate because
This is
cancellation, like we said, should be an individualized thing anyway. But if you're looking to somebody to tell you
this
to
person
tell
should
you
be
to cancel
cancelled.
somebody,
That don't make no sense to me.
I think you are down bad, and not just in this area of life, in every area of life, because you're just going through life looking to other people tell you what to do, and that's wild.
I definitely hear what you guys are saying, but I feel like it's a bit more. What's the word?
It's a bit deeper than that.
Yeah, it's
No,
not,
but
it's
how
not
do you?
as simple as that.
No,
But
I
there's no
think-
way to sort that out. Like if everybody decided, you know what, we don't like Esther, this is what she did, blah blah. Like, there's nothing I can do because it's sheep that's cancelling me. Like, there's nothing I can come out and say everything I want to say. I could say this. I could give you guys receipts and whatever. It will make a difference. Like I gave you guys an example of the fitness girl, the one that bought a house.
Yeah.
The fitness influencer bought a house, and all one person came and said she used the women's only gym money to do this. Thousands upon thousands from different globes in the world were calling this girl a thief.
Oh, that
They didn't have a clue.
That girl goes to my gym. I hope I'm never
In
in,
her-
the
in
back of
her-
her videos, boy. I'm on the lookout, man. I go in the gym like,
Is she around?
she around today?
But you get me? But people did that, and then when she then came out with the receipts, people are like, "Oh, okay." Do you get me? So unfortunately, like you just have to come up with your receipts if you can, if you do have receipts, if you can have receipts, and just hope that people don't. I don't think there's a way to regulate cancellation again because cancel culture is fake. It doesn't happen. It really doesn't. It does not happen because again, people come online, and again, a lot of these things as well. A lot of celebrities are cancelled online, but their bank accounts not cancelled because in real life they have impact in real life. Social media is just it's a fake place.
And it's too fluid for it to. I feel like certain things need leadership, need a council, need democracy. I don't think cancel culture is one of them.
It's one of them. Because only on social media. People don't get cancelled. People are selling out tours in real life. But when you go on social media, it's when they tweet, hello, people are like, get the fuck out. Do you know what I mean? So it's not. Is this someone online? Good morning.
I don't think they're there.
Nah, phone's down. So phone's down bad.
Oh, not damn bad.
It's been cancelled.
Our phones have in it. Our phones been cancelled.
All right. I guess the last thing I want to talk about, is pretty much like you touched on it earlier, right? Just in terms of leaving room. Okay, someone's calling back
God
again.
damn it.
If it doesn't work here, send a voice now. I keep telling people, you people think I'm joking, but I think it will work.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. All right.
Yeah, send us a voice note on WhatsApp and we can play it. No dirty things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said, you touched on it earlier about leaving room for like redemption. You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously some people do certain things out of ignorance. You know what I mean? In the ideal world, they should be corrected rather than just castigated and thrown out. You know what I'm saying? How can we go about doing that? And should it be incorporated into the whole cancelling of a person?
I think someone makes a mistake and straight away we just say, this is why what you've done is harmful.
Oh, so straight from the beginning?
Straight from the beginning. This is why, like, what you've said is harmful. If they then decide to be like, well, I don't care, then off with your head. But I think that the issue is that people are never given that chance to even understand. That I've heard people speak, people who have been cancelled, and they've been like, I don't even know what I did wrong. Like, I don't understand why what I said wasn't nice or why it was horrible. And I think that's just all it takes. It's just someone just messaging them like, oh, hey, this tweet, this is why this is harmful because this. And I think just explain to people the way you would in normal life. If your colleague said something that was very, very mad, you'd be like, oh, this is why you can't say that because da-da-da-da-da. Just do it the same way.
Yeah. I think it depends on what it is that's been done.
Yeah.
I've got more tolerance for certain things than others. So I might be able to forgive, or not that my forgiveness means anything to that person, but I might be able to, rock with a Chris Brown after years, but I may not fuck with a racist ever again because you know what I mean. My tolerance for that is way different. So I think it depends for me anyway.
Okay. So what's you guys' thing where it's like, if this person does this, I'm not listening to it? Or do you feel like everyone, no matter what the crime is, should be given some type of forgiveness or opportunity to repent?
Mine is like pedophilia, sexual assault, like all that makes me uncomfortable. I just can't.
The sexual assault thing, yeah. Do you feel like that should come with receipts, or just as it is kind of like today, when someone just talks?
I mean, I don't. If someone comes forward and says that this was happened to them, I don't ever say no, it didn't happen to you. Yes, it did happen to you. I'm just gonna the information you've given. I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
Anything else that follows, a lot of times when these things happen, I mean, I don't watch football. I know I'm like the biggest member of Reaction, but I don't watch football. So when one of these footballers things come out, there weren't anybody in my life anyway where my cancellation matters. Do you get me? Like it doesn't make a difference to me. But I think that for me, I don't wait for receipts.
So who's cancelled to you? Who have you cancelled?
I don't know.
Looking me dead in the eyes. I was thinking,
sorry,
for me to say
no,
something?
you know, I was just staring.
Well, have you got anyone cancelled?
Completely and utterly. I'll say R. Kelly to a degree, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I get the heebie-jeebies when I listen to his
Like
music.
I say, I've got a couple songs that I rock with from time to time, but as a whole,
R. Kelly's probably the only person that I've actually got cancelled.
as a whole, I can say, probably
Yeah.
R. Kelly to be fair. Probably
I mean,
the
yeah,
only
R.
person.
Kelly, because you know what? It's do you know how I know?
If this comes on, I'll tell you turn it off.
Yeah.
If I'm in a public establishment and DJ's playing it, I will say, what the fuck are you doing?
Really?
Yeah, I'll make noise.
Right,
Turn that
spokesperson?
shit. No, turn that shit off.
Yeah,
What are you
actually,
doing?
I've interrupted
But-
my weights training because R. Kelly's verse came up on the side and I'm like, oh, nope. That kind of change the song. I didn't even let it play out.
Are you guys able to separate the art from the crime?
The thing with R.
As
Kelly
in-
is, if I rate R. Kelly,
depends.
I would still play R. Kelly. The whole reason why I don't, is, and whether it's true or not, it's the correlation in the music to
Yeah, because it was right by his real
a lot of his
experience.
crimes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of his songs that
Very
I
icky.
was rating that are cold
Yeah.
that I'm listening to with different airs now,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't take part in this. And it's not like,
I'm enabling it.
it's
but-
aiding and abetting. This
So
is
is it
mad.
more so that than feeling like, okay, I'm supporting an artist or a person? So you listen to their music, do you look at it, because if I listen to R. Kelly's music, I'm supporting R. Kelly? Or is it just, I want to sever ties because this content is now about...
Yeah, it's tainted to me
It's
now.
tainted.
I can't listen to it seems like you're ready.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, no,
Ew.
yeah.
I'm like, ew.
I listen to any R. Kelly music that's to do with sex or women. I don't
Ew,
listen
for
to it
real.
at all.
So that's why it's not because I'm being in supportive of the movement or whatnot. He's messed up my experience. I
Yeah.
can't listen to that. No
Do you know
more.
what though? For me, sometimes I actually can't separate the art from the crime, like the artist or whatever. Like if for you, I can't think of anyone right now. But again, because I cancel people in private, I don't make a whole song and dance about it.
Yeah.
But there are people. I remember when the whole Chris Brown thing happened.
Yeah.
I actually didn't listen to Chris Brown when all of it fresh. Like, I was like, that's mad. So some people I actually can't separate it.
I think I can
But-
separate, like for example, like you're saying,
Yeah.
right? I can definitely listen to an R. Kelly song and think about what I want to
Brent,
think
you're
about.
paying something.
Right?
Just check and see if it works. It's a voice note.
Okay. Oh, they listen to my voice.
But,
No, I'm sorry, Yusuf.
but you're still playing it.
I think cancel culture is being.
Sorry.
What'd you say? Oh,
They kind of stopped. They can't. So.
Very
You know what I'm
Nigerian.
saying? I agree with you where I don't listen to R. Kelly music that's about women or sex or whatever. But I know I can if I want to, as in I can
Separate it.
separate it for sure, easily. Because I can just think my own thoughts. I don't have to tap into R. Kelly's psyche.
Yeah.
I can just,
not it's like.
I can listen to it from my perspective easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it depends on the person. Because I remember there was a time where I didn't really like Burna Boy much because he was very, very arrogant. And I didn't listen to his music because I didn't like the person. So sometimes I really can't. Sometimes if I don't like the person, I don't care how good your music, I'm not listening to it. Do you get what I mean? But then even with the whole Tory Lanez thing, I ain't listening to Tory Lanez in support of Meghan. However, I will say,
Tory is not
I can't
cancelled.
first of all, I can't get rid of Jerry Springer. Like, that is a tune. That's a tune. And I'm like, do you know what, as well, T-Pain's on it, so.
No, we
You
can't.
know,
We can't
it's
cancel
alright.
Tory. Tory. I don't think Tory deserves to be cancelled.
Is
Tory's
he actually, oh my gosh, he's in jail, right?
he's in jail, man.
How long is he sentenced for? Oh,
He's
wait,
been
that's
sentenced
come
yet.
out
He's
yet.
gonna go jail. Like he's gonna do his time.
And deported.
Crazy, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna get jailed and dipped. Like you don't need to not play him. He's got slammers.
I was never really a Tory Lanez fan anyway, so
That's
And
the thing,
all
and,
he-
this
and
don't
that's
affect me at all.
another thing. I wasn't really a Tory Lanez fan like
Yeah.
that.
And to be fair, he just shot her. No,
Do you know what is as well? What's mad, yeah? is,
Entertainment, guys. Entertainment.
no.
What's-
If you've done something like heinous or it's like egregious, I was like, you get me? Yeah, get him out of it. He just shot her.
do you know what's mad as well?
He didn't even put his hands on her.
I'm trying to help.
Wags is joking, everybody.
he's,
Yeah,
he's joking, but
LOL.
forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, like, yeah, man. Even like Nicki Minaj, yeah, I don't really listen to Nicki Minaj like that as well
But sorry to jump in, right?
because she's just a nuisance now on the internet.
Okay, because I was gonna say, is it because she hasn't done anything, right? It's her
I
family,
mean, she's aiding
right?
and abetting her. Well,
It's her brother who did some.
her
stupid
brother
stuff.
did something, then her husband
Brother and
too.
husband.
Okay.
She's just around. Do you know what it is? But to be fair, I don't think there's any artist I listen to like that, like on a daily, on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
For it to be like, okay, you're cancelled. Now this is really impacting my life. Maybe if Kirk Franklin
Yeah.
got for something.
I'm gonna ask you, who's your goat to wear?
Kirk Franklin's a goat.
it's-
Yeah,
sticky
Kirk
so-
Franklin. If I found out Chanda Moore did some heinous,
Who?
Chanda Moore, he's the lead singer in Maverick City Music, right?
Okay.
If I found out he did something mad, that will affect me because these are my people that I listen to every week. Like every single week, I listen to gospel music. Do you get me? So if I found out any gospel artists I listen to were affected like that, that's the whole thing. But for the other heathens, I'm joking. As for like other things, nah. But I guess afrobeats. So I think it would just depend on the crime. If
Who's-
something mad happens,
Marks, who's your absolute goat?
Scissor.
Yeah.
Find out Scissor did something mad.
So then, in your mind, what would she have to do for you to be like, no, I don't fuck with sister no more?
She's like nothing, boy.
That
Nothing
R.
she
Kelly
can do.
shit.
Really?
Yeah, she was doing funny stuff with kids and stuff. Then
It's
nasty,
she'll
man.
be-
Yeah,
she'll be
you
on
gotta
the
go.
cancel list. That's probably everything.
Everybody.
That's
Yeah,
the thing,
man,
I agree.
that's just-
I agree.
Once you go there, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's just wild. And that's why, like, for me, the whole Balenciaga thing is weird to people. I'm just like, because I feel like kids should be a university for everybody.
But then, again, like I said, what you do about the arcade, I'm one of them noisy people. Like, since that's happened, total strangers.
Yeah.
If you come around me in Balenciaga, I will say something. I'll be like, bro,
'Cause
is that
it's
your
mad.
is that what you're on? Is that your story? Is that what you like?
This is who you wanna die on.
Yeah, this is who you are. Like, I'll just do it. I just can't help it. I'm just like that.
Yeah.
You get me?
Oh, someone said D'banj. Yes. So when D'banj's thing, I actually haven't listened to D'banj.
What did he do again?
So, okay, sorry, trigger warning. So allegedly he raped a girl, and then when she came out and spoke about it, he then allegedly kidnapped her. And then, because basically she talked about it on Twitter and gave receipts or whatever, he allegedly, whoever connected to him, allegedly kidnapped her, took her phone to then recant everything the statement that she said, and like threatened her family. So where it was a whole thing. And actually, yeah, like it makes me uncomfortable. I haven't listened to him since.
I ain't listen to Oliver Twist ever again.
That should have never happened. So no one should be listening to that anyway. Pre-cancellation.
Joking, I don't even listen to the band.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah. Unfortunately though, because he was part of one of the greatest Afrobeat groups in the world, Mohits, right? It's annoying because it kind of comes with it. when I've listened to like One Nicole and the rest of them. But yeah, listen to the band it makes me uncomfortable. I think I can. I think it just depends on what it is and if you're someone that's in my playlist like that. Like if Chris Brown came and did something mad again,
it's mad how we view crimes though. Because if someone committed straight up murder, everyone will listen to them.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't understand why everybody's getting mad at my Tory take, I don't know if it's just because he's a woman. I listen to rappers who shoot people all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's the thing,
every day I listen to people that shoot people. So then now, because he shot someone, I'm supposed to... You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't understand.
No, but
It
the
is
thing
true.
is that, but that is true because there's people that actually kill.
Women, innit?
It doesn't matter though. I don't care.
I think that's the distinction that they.
And
But
you know
I don't care.
And also, you know what it is?
But you're trying to understand why they.
I still can't understand. I listen to people
I'll
that
be
shoot.
honest
Okay,
with you,
forget
though.
shooting people. Stone cold killers. Murderers.
You know what it is?
And no one has a problem.
Because a lot of their crimes happen before they become rappers, innit? So with the Tory thing, we see that all play out. With rappers, we don't really see their crimes play
we
out
say that
in
though.
real time.
This is the Chicago
But
rappers
look
that
at
are
Young Thug.
outside.
Chief Keef
We listen to
But
Chicago
look at
rappers that
Young
are
Thug. Look at Young
outside.
Thug.
Fair enough.
It's
fair enough.
normally gang warfare, isn't it?
Stop
This is
doing this.
I know,
completely
but
different.
what I mean is,
She insulted his skills.
Stop
as a
highlighting.
rapper.
Stop highlighting.
I just need to know the distinction.
Okay.
You sounded like you wanted to know.
Okay.
You
I'll be honest,
I remember, sorry, sir. All the Chief Keef and Chicago stuff, that don't play out on in the court of public law. It just plays out in the music. Like no one's trying to cancel Chief Keef or whoever, Little TJ, what their names are, right? But the Tory thing became a discourse, right? Whereas most of the Chicago drill rappers, what they're saying on their song doesn't play out on social media at all.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Because when we say that though, Young Thug people are still wanting him to be released. People are talking about free Young Thug.
100%.
So can I just say, I don't know how many times, you're fine at losing battle. People need
this?
to leave me and Chris Brown alone.
Oh,
Talk about Karuchi. Leave me and Chris Brown alone.
also, what's the Karuchi Chris Brown thing though?
No, 'cause
Apparently, he
he's been-
allegedly dragged her down, pushed her down the stairs or something like that.
No,
They
they're gonna
had
get
stuff.
upset if you say allegedly because apparently.
Yeah, but was I there? Everything's alleged.
You have to say that, but they're gonna.
I have to say that. No,
they're gonna
wait,
tussle.
no. Don't do that. Don't do that. I have to say alleged over every single thing I say on this platform because unless I'm there, I cannot say something as a matter of fact.
That's true.
Doesn't matter who comes out, you cannot do that. We will get sued, and I'm not trying to get sued. So don't read into my alleged.
So what's the alleged crime?
Allegedly, it was like it was a thing where he pushed her down the stairs, or they
is
had a
it?
fight or something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. Something to do with like domestic violence again.
He's a
But
two-time
this is
offender.
my thing, yeah. 'Cause people love to be the whole, yeah, but Esther, read the police reports. Yeah, but Esther, leave Esther alone.
I didn't know that he had domestics with Karuchi, you know. I thought it was just him like stalking them and stuff. Like, you know, the picture of him on the step.
Oh yeah, and he's like,
I thought that was it.
like, I'm
he
sorry,
was
but
obsessed
I
with
don't get what you what do you want
What
from
are you
me?
laughing at? You laughing at?
I just think of some of the conversations we have on this.
Oh,
We're gonna get in trouble one day.
By then it'll be too late. They can't get us out here. I know
Like the
everything.
video
Like I know everything. I still follow Karuchi. I know everything.
so
Hello.
if Tory Lanez shot, and I don't care about Tory Lanez by the way, if Tory Lanez shot a man, it'll be much less, you know.
No one want to care. The whole it's because it's a woman, isn't it? And like I said, it's an innocent woman. It's not like in any. There's no reason for it. You just shot a woman on the street.
But if let's say Tory Lanez shot an innocent man, let's say he shot Jesse Smollett, for
No,
example.
I don't think it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. No one would care.
Do you know what it is? The thing is, yeah, even as a woman, like I get the idea that obviously because it's a woman, it's like more intense and stuff. But for me, I think that if you're against like gun violence and you're against shooting, then that's it, period. Do you get what I mean? Like, yes, Meg got shot, and you guys know how I feel about that anyway. I didn't like him. You know, I came here and I publicly said I didn't like it. Yeah. But for me, I just think that you can't have a lot of energy for that, but then be fine with Young Thug.
Everyone picks and chooses what they want to
Do you know what I mean? And this is my
that's
thing.
That's just the facts of life.
So stop, so stop
I mean,
projecting your moral compass on other people.
Yeah.
We all have wet. Don't look at me like that.
It's true. No,
No,
I'm
I
with
think
you.
that's a big problem.
Like you know what it is, yeah. You are within your right to say what you're saying. Like you're aware of the
Absolutely.
information. I personally, I'm prepared to take this on board. I rock with Chris. That's it.
I do.
Leave me alone.
I really do.
The people that should be allowed redemption. This is redemption arc. It happened
To be
ages ago.
fair, it wasn't until this concert is happening right now that I realised there was still a whole hate train around Chris Brown. I thought he was kind of forgiven by everyone.
Oh no!
Nah,
I've had
he ain't never
people
been.
cross me
No,
on-
I knew there
He's
was
been tainted for.
I knew there was still a level of taintness.
No,
and there
because
was pockets here and there.
he's still thriving, so
But-
it's confusing to
Yeah.
you. That's why.
For example, how many shows did he do at the O2?
Mate, he's got six
And,
or seven.
and they all sold out.
Sold out.
So am I pressed to believe that Chris Brown's been cancelled?
Of course it's not.
For real.
And it's what you said, where it's not the fan base.
Yeah.
So it makes no difference. So Chris is always going to thrive. Do you know what I mean? But my issue is when you don't like somebody, you want them cancelled, but then anyone else who doesn't cancel them, you're now like, I've had people like, even on No Shady, whenever I talk about Chris Brown, Kevin Hart, people cuss me, you know? Like listeners actually cuss me. And I'm like,
Kevin Hart, what's Kevin Hart's crimes?
when he what was he, the LGBTQ tweets stuff that he did, that was his son, when he said if his son was gay he'd throw a toy at him or something like that. And then when he then had that special during lockdown where he was joking about his daughter being a hoe, people didn't like that. And then when he cheated on his girlfriend, his wife, sorry, and then came out in public and confessed it. It sounds like I just support progressive people, but do you know what I mean? But my thing is that if you don't rate somebody, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone's like, oh, like R. Kelly, whatever, or whoever else, okay, I don't rate that person. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Your moral compass does not stretch that far. That's interesting to me. But for me to like keep hounding you and keep being like you're this and that,
There's this
chill
thing,
pill.
like, for example, with Kevin Hart, to me, he's just a comedian. Like, take everything he says as a joke. That's how I see it, right? The whole thing with his wife, it's not none of our business.
But he came on camera and that was the funniest video, man. When I saw that video, yeah, he like a rubber victim. He was like, I've got something serious to talk about. I thought it was a joke and I thought it was a skit. Because I was like, okay, where's the punchline? But that's the thing though, like I just think, I don't know, man.
It's because remember, I hate talking about this as well, yeah. But you know the whole thing with the rumours around Martin Luther King as well?
About him cheating.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly.
Oh, now you want to say allegedly.
Yeah. Because why?
Apparently.
But question, right? Why do people think that Martin Luther King can't cheat?
And this is the thing.
Because he stands for black people. That doesn't make no sense.
Because they put him on a pedestal, and this is the issue. They put people on a pedestal, and it's like you are fighting for our freedom. Why? How could you cheat?
They're two
Hey,
separate
Jesus.
things.
Completely separate
You can be about human rights and still have dealings with women. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Did these stories come out before or after?
Where's
though?
the correlation
I
here?
think it was after.
Is it baseless claims?
Well, the FBI apparently. Again, this is what the
FBI were involved in these cheating scandals.
Because remember, allegedly, like FBI was tapping his phone and all that, innit? So they tried to blackmail him and say to him, "Listen, we know what you've been doing, you know, and if you don't stop your black civil rights stuff, we're gonna expose you." I was like, "Okay, expose me."
What, for cheating?
Yeah.
Tell them. That's
That's what he said.
Tell them.
the
That's what Martin said.
The civil rights thing is it's above this.
Different. It really is about cheating.
But the thing is, you'll be
Went it with
surprised.
a Caucasian woman though.
Ooh,
I don't know, you know, I don't think so.
if it's Caucasian, then that's where we gotta.
Can't threaten me.
But there was-
I'm
Now
Martin
you
Luther
need-
King.
now
You
you
think
need the
you can
panel.
threaten me with a cheating scandal? That's ridiculous.
Well, you'd be
How can you threaten
surprised.
Martin Luther King
No,
with
but
a
just
cheating
right
scandal?
There are
though.
women out there who kind of see Martin Luther King in a particular way because of these alleged offences.
No, I wouldn't. He
Oh,
fought for
oh.
freedom, you know.
Hold on.
I'm
What's the
because
matter
of
about-
cheating.
No, I'm not too sure.
I've got guys that don't fight for nothing.
If she was white, then I'll understand why he want to keep that
Yeah,
under
then I'll
wraps.
get outraged. You can't be doing black
Because
Lives
that
Matter.
then, optics-wise, goes against your whole
You eating white pussy.
rhetoric. But if she was black, then it is what it
It's
is.
just like, isn't it? Because sis, you two,
I
you
think
knew
it
he
was-
was married.
I think it was blacks. I think it was black women.
Yeah, I think it must have been black because if it was white, we definitely would know.
No, it weren't. And you heard? I'm nearly sure them. I'm nearly sure.
You can't.
But there's so many different freaks. I hate talking about it because I don't want it to
See,
be
I don't know whether it's
something-
true or not. Cause I feel like even if they was gonna put out misinformation to thing him, that's the best way to go with. That's the best one to go with anyway. If you're gonna try and discredit Martin and his thing and the civil rights thing, that would be the best thing to go with. So
Yeah.
even if it's not, I'm nearly sure I've heard that. I don't know if I'm going
I
crazy.
don't think
or
I've
not.
heard that she was white.
I've never heard of white because that was
That was
my
the whole
brain.
problem, though, innit? That was the thing.
I thought it was just
No,
cheating.
it was just like allegedly multiple women.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Is that are them words not interchangeable? Then you can't.
No,
use it.
apparently makes it more real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Iman's just sticking to legend, even though
It never happened.
shit happened. He did that shit. Cute as fuck.
No. the man was great. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
that's
wouldn't.
all I see. I don't care about it.
I mean, even if I found that Nelson Mandela, had like 3 other wives, some things are just bigger than certain things, man. Like this, not the, like. Come on, man.
See, look, they're saying I'm right. They're saying it was white women.
But it's like what? Who said it? Tali Kweli or Common, man. They said conscious rappers want pussy too.
And
I
so
mean,
multiple.
I'm a conscious rapper. Doesn't mean I don't like women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most steps in the strip club too, man. You can live both lives.
Dude, if it was white women, that is wild. Though you can't be out here doing Black Lives Matter and you ain't white pussy the whole time. That's wild. That is wild.
That's it, man.
But again, it's not enough for me to be like, oh, what it's not enough for me to discredit everything. But I think the issue with cancel culture, people want you down bad. They want you on the streets begging. They want to see you like be ruined and have nothing.
Yeah, that's what they want.
And you won't get that. You won't get that.
Right. Well, I think we've spoken a lot about cancel culture today. Hopefully the people can, take on our points.
Hold up.
They're gonna cancel us tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we got a voice note.
Oh yes, we do.
Forgot.
No.
No, not that.
Untold
Oh,
story
not
of
MLK's white girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
Raw girlfriend, give her a whole label.
Mate,
the
it
FBI,
ain't
man.
never talking sex.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
And you got to, just the way the interracial thing is rife nowadays, you got to think he would have been prime chocolate for them. Like someone would have been trying
I'll be
to
honest, yeah.
infiltrate. The FBI would have sent them in. You know what I'm trying to say?
Make it do what it do.
100%.
He does it like he likes white girls then.
No.
Don't talk about him like that.
I'm just saying facts.
I think that's just one of those.
I know. I know a black man that like white
I'm
girls.
trying
Who
to
like
think. I think I agree with you.
the
It's
MLK,
like-
bro.
I agree, bro.
He definitely looks like he loves him some Snow Bunny. You got it though. Big him up, man.
What's it called? Who do you think's worse in terms of like getting caught with a white woman? Martin or Malcolm?
Definitely Malcolm.
I thought you could say Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar.
If Dr. Umar ever is with a white girl, he needs
I
to.
swear he has already. I swear he's
Nah.
No,
That was a rumour.
that girl at the
Nah, man.
In the mall.
Starbucks. At the Starbucks.
Nah.
She was asking for a picture or something like that. He
Yeah.
explained that story. The
Yeah,
white
he's
man
been on
trying to
Breakfast Club. He
white man
made
trying to
a
get him down.
point to explain that.
Yeah, he explained it, right? Doesn't mean it's true.
Nah. If Dr. Umar had a white, that'd be wild. That would shock me more than anybody else. Dr. Umar, always issuing out floggings.
I think he has. Just
No, he
even
would have dabbled at some
No,
point,
he
but
has,
I
he
don't
has.
think he can.
Even
The way he
on a-
moves now, he can't be doing that now.
No,
No,
Dr.
yeah.
Umar has, even on a vicious thing, on a like a get back.
Reparations.
yeah, like I can imagine him just doing it in an angry manner too, like multiples.
Yeah, that's the worst,
I
man.
can see it, man. You telling me you don't think Dr. Umar chopped a white woman?
No, definitely.
He has.
Yeah, man.
He has.
I hope he was nice about it.
No, but you know what though? A lot of people with that in their convictions, it's just not their type. It's not their type. There's a lot of black men who
yeah,
ain't
true.
gone there white women. It's because they're
Yeah,
not.
it's
They're
just
just
not
not.
their
It's not their
chapter,
thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why are they gonna go there for? That's just not what they're into.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Cut him some slack.
Yeah. Big up mine, man.
He's white girls.
You're a legend.
All right. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right. So left-wing Labour MPs have expressed private fears that they could also lose the Labour whip after Keir Starmer's decision to bar Jeremy Corbyn from standing for the party. The move has also put into question the future of the campaign group Momentum after Starmer said that those who did not back his leadership would leave or should leave the party. Activists at the grassroots group said that they were determined to remain a Labour campaign group and support Labour candidates. Momentum said it had its biggest surge in new members for many months and said it would in the future be putting pressure on policy issues such as nationalisation and wealth taxes. The determination of the group to remain influential within Labour is a strong hint that it would not campaign for Corbyn as an independent candidate, though no final decision is likely to be taken until Corbyn himself takes one. The party is likely to suspend any members if they support Corbyn against a Labour candidate, though the former leader has said that his initial intention is to exhaust all routes to run for Labour. Momentum's Hilary Shan said in response to Starmer's invitation for critics to leave the party that the door might be open, but we're not leaving, and said the group was still calling for people to rejoin Labour. But left-wing MPs have described feeling like they are being closely watched for transgressions, with one describing it as having to watch for traps being laid for us, second-guessing whether we're being set up. So a lot of internal fighting in the Labour Party. And this second headline, again, is linked to the great Malcolm X. And his daughter, Ilyasa Shabazz, she's basically come out and she's suing the New York City Police Department and other agencies for his 1965 murder. She's come out and said that US officials fraudulently concealed evidence that they conspired to and executed their plan to assassinate her father. She announced a planned legal action at the site where he was fatally shot in New York exactly 58 years ago. So that was yesterday. The FBI and the CIA are also named in the legal filing. Mrs. Shabazz, who's 60 now, was 2 years old when she saw her father gunned down. 3 armed men shot him 21 times as he was preparing to speak at the Harlem Auditorium. She said on Tuesday at the venue, for years our family has fought for the truth to come to light concerning his murder. At a news conference, Benjamin Crump, who's the lawyer representing the family, alleged that powerful figures in the American government had conspired to kill Malcolm X. He mentioned the former FBI director, J. Edgar Hoover, throughout his remarks. Mr. Crump also said that Malcolm X's family intends to file a wrongful death lawsuit seeking damages in the range of $100 million. He said it's not just about the triggermen, it's about those who conspired with the triggermen to do this dastardly deed. The NYPD told the BBC it would not comment on pending litigation, and the FBI and CIA did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Just in case people don't know, Malcolm X was a lead spokesman for the Nation of Islam, which advocated separatism for black Americans. Before his acrimonious split from the organization, he was only 39 when he was killed. One man, a Nation of Islam member, confessed to killing him, but in 2021, 2 other men convicted of killing him had their convictions thrown out after a New York state judge declared there had been a miscarriage of justice. The 2 men were later fully exonerated after New York's Attorney General found prosecutors had withheld evidence that would have probably cleared them of the murder. The family of the wrongly convicted men sued, and they won $26 million from New York City, and $10 million from New York State. And the last headline is basically a report has come out, and this official data basically says that black people are 7 times more likely to die than white people following restraint by police. And this is in this country. The racial disproportionality is higher than previously made public and was unearthed by Inquest, which is a charity that helps bereaved families after contact with the police or state. It is contained in a report released on Monday called I Can't Breathe, Race, Death and British Policing. It alleges that the British system for investigating deaths after contact with the police fails black families and ignores racism as a potential factor. I don't know how they've got a report that ignores those factors right there. But the report says that no officer has ever been found to have acted in a racist or discriminatory way following the death of a black person after contact with the police, which is crazy. The government, as recently as 2021, claimed there was no evidence black people were dying at a higher rate than white people after police contact. The Inquest report concludes that there were 2 sets of official data into which restraint deaths could be placed. Until now, the total deaths following restraint had not been made public, the report says, nor had the racial disproportionality figures for the totals been calculated and made public. So all of this was concealed, basically. And obviously, this is one of the several reasons why everyone says we ain't got power and why white supremacy is reigning supreme in this country, man, and throughout the West. But yeah, the inquest has made it clear black people are 7 times more likely to die just from after contact with the British police. And that's pretty much it for the headlines, man.
Thank you very much. Let's get into Word on Road. All right, guys, I'm going to breeze past this because I got tickets to get at 10. So firstly, I spoke about...
Who's coming out at 10?
Ari.
Oh, Ari
Lennox.
Lennox, okay.
So I spoke about, what's it called? Boosie saying that he can't work with... He doesn't want to do an album with T.I. anymore because T.I.'s a snitch.
Yes.
T.I. has responded, but I'm going to read this here and you guys let me know whether he's denying the claims or not.
Okay.
So he says, so I don't know if it's you or your OG uncle that needs to see it, but I got my paperwork ready to show. Pull up. My number the same. My address is the same. To get on the net and speak on shit you've never spoke to me about is leaving me to believe you've been hiding your heart the whole time. I'd never speak certain disrespect on your name or reputation about a if homie. The convict code says, when in doubt, pull the paperwork out. And if you ain't did that, now, I don't know what type of time you on, but I say again, if it was a question or confusion about anything I said, you could have called me or asked. So you can report back and tell your OG, or you could have pulled up and checked the black and white like I'm offering now. Either way, I am bound to no niggas' opinion of me, because what they think will never overrule what I know. So don't wonder anymore, homie. Answer the if. Pull up and report back to the rest of these niggas whose opinions matter so much to you. Because I could give a fuck about what any guy thinks about me. Obviously said the N-word. The tail shall never wag the dog. Leadership leads with facts and stats. We don't follow no fantasy land shit. Remember that. I ain't bending my knees for nothing or fearing nothing but God. So come on and see what you're speaking about. So next time you can speak intelligently. I expected more from you. This shit ain't solid. Obviously, I thought we was something we wasn't.
Who's he talking to? Boosie?
I don't get some of that
Is
because
this guy? I need to talk to someone from Atlanta. Is T.I. the truth or something? Because he always talks. He always pipes up like he's bad. Like, relax, Boosie. You don't want to.
the thing is, they're calling it. So I'm surprised Boosie spoke about T.I. in that manner on Vlad without calling him first. Like,
Why? But Boosie don't play no games. If my man come out and says something,
I get it. But what I mean is, they've got a joint album coming up together, so they spend a lot of time together. So that's like Loons going on another show, talking outside your name without speaking to you first about it.
no, I know how Loons moves. If I said something that Loons don't rock with, and he heard that, and I come out with my mouth and I said it, he'll say it, like, because he don't rock with that shit.
But would you two speak about it off camera as well?
Yeah, but if he meant it, there's nothing to even speak about.
I know, but don't you have a certain level of tact or discernment with your friends, is what I mean.
No, not if you go against, not if it's something that was stand for. Boosie don't play that shit, yeah? That snitching shit,
Yeah.
he came out, he said it. If my man's come and said that I snitched or I put something on my dead cousin, and he's openly said it, that's where his morals, we spoke about morals, that's where Boosie's morals lie.
No, I'm not.
He don't play that shit. T.I. should know.
No, I hear you.
Boosie
I'm
don't play
not
that
pushing
shit.
back on the fact that Boosie feels the way he does, the fact that he spoke about it on Vlad in that manner.
Because if it was, I feel like, because I don't even properly know the full information.
Yeah.
I feel like if you heard it from someone, third party or something, then I could be like, yeah, why would you talk about it on Vlad? But apparently the information that's come out, apparently T.I. offered it up.
Yeah, no,
T.I.
no.
said it.
No, and that's why I'm confused about him talking about the paperwork stuff. Because T.I. said it himself on a few different podcasts that, I put the charge on my dead cousin.
Exactly. So I'm saying he ain't heard that information from nowhere. This is what T.I. said. So he's allowed to, I feel how I feel about this shit.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, so he don't have to talk to him in
It's
spare
just the
time.
way, it's just the
Don't you get what I'm saying? Everybody knows where I stand on this. So why can't I give my opinion?
I get what you're saying. I'm saying you and T.I. had a joint album coming out. You're working together. You're in cahoots. So you're probably speaking all the time, communicating all the time. It's a bit different when you're actually working on something together. Because he asked,
I get you.
Because Vlad asked Boosie, so what about that album? Oh, that album ain't coming out no more. T.I. probably heard that first on the interview.
Yeah,
that the album ain't coming out no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true, yeah.
You heard about it for the first. Oh, what? The album's not
So
coming
that
out no
was
more
coming
now.
out. And I'm currently in the studio. That's
That's what I'm
mad.
saying.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that T.I. said that. And then also in good news, Brat is the rapper, and her wife are expecting their first child. Brat's 46, so that is amazing in itself. No, she's 48, sorry. And she's pregnant. And she did her exclusive...
Not the Brat.
Huh?
The Brat ain't pregnant.
No, the Brat's
Why?
the thing.
Brat's pregnant.
The Brat's got a baby.
No way. I mean,
This
Hold
is
on,
the...
how come you're not so surprised?
Yeah, I don't get what's going on here.
Yeah. The Brat's a woman.
Yeah, no, but
I,
ain't she that? Is she that? Just
yeah, that.
The what?
I ain't seen her again, so I don't know.
Oh, you mean you think she's the macho one?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Especially as it's read as the Brat and her wife.
No, but the Brat and...
Yeah, the Brat and her wife.
So
and
I
the
would've
Brat's the one
thought-
Yeah,
carrying
because
it.
the
I
Brat's...
would have thought the
because
wife is carrying.
No,
it.
because-
the
because-
Brat is
Brat
the
looks-
famous one. That's
No, but
why-
the Brat's probably the one with the strap.
No, because what? No.
No.
Wait.
Wait,
because-
can I interject?
Please.
I've seen both of them. They both look like they're the same.
They're the same. Yeah,
They're the same. Because you're-
characteristics.
Okay, cool. Let's break it down this way. You've got like a young MA type. You might have like a Erica Mena type.
Yeah.
So in that situation, you would assume that Erica
Erica,
Mena would be the
yeah.
pregnant one.
That's it.
What
If
I'm
you've
saying
got
is
two
the
young
Brat and her
mates-
woman are the same type.
Oh, is it?
From what I can see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 'cause
they
I've
are.
never seen them.
I ain't
That's
seen
But
them.
also,
Yeah.
so just to speak on the wife thing you said, if we're speaking to say her wife's name is Jessica, it would be Jessica and her wife. Like they're both wives.
And also the Brat,
true.
but the Brat's the famous one, so of course they're gonna say the Brat and the wife.
Yeah.
They're
It's a
gonna say,
wife either way because it's two women.
You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't say it that way. I just saw it as.
Yeah, there they are. See?
So she's
can't
so it's
see
not a
that.
surrogate. She's carrying the baby.
Why
Yeah.
why they
She's
chopped up?
48
What's going on
though.
there?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
see, look,
It's a miracle
they're
baby.
they're both the same.
That's just a miracle baby.
She's
How old are they?
48.
48.
Oh, geriatric birth.
I don't know what that means. I don't think I want to know. I'm just going to move on. So basically, yeah, she said it's been quite a journey and there's a lot of stuff we learned about women over the age of 40, obviously in this journey of fertility. She said it started as a joke. We were like, we're extending our family, but then we got a huge response and we thought, oh, do we actually want to have kids? And if we do, we better hurry up. And she said she never thought, this is what the Brat said, I never thought I was going to have kids. I just thought it wasn't in the cards for me. I've had a great career, a full life. I felt like because I didn't get pregnant earlier on, then it just wasn't going to happen for me. And she said that was until she fell in love with her partner, Harris Dupart. I started looking at life so differently. I was like, I want a little me with you, something special from the both of us that we can share and raise and love unconditionally. Well, her
Seeing
full
the Brat pregnant is wild.
See?
That is mad.
I'm actually screaming. Well, her few,
What was
This
the
was
first
a
time
hardcore lesbian back in the day.
What's the first time you looked at Brat and thought, you know what? The Brat can
get it.
something.
Oh, she could have held it from Quay.
You know what's that song with what do you
Ladies
like?
Night. Ladies Night.
Yeah.
No, she didn't turn up
No?
on Ladies Night actually. I know that. Me on top.
Yeah, with what's his name? Tyrese. Yeah.
Make it say. Okay, big song.
yeah, so congratulations to her and her wife. And yeah. So the next bit I wanted to talk about, actually, no, I'm going to do this afterwards so I can spend that time doing get my tickets because you're wilding today. You guys have got a lot to talk about all of a sudden in this segment. But,
You can get your tickets and leave us to handle the rest.
yeah, so what I'm going to do, the one I'm going to leave afterwards, I'm going to... You got the doc, right? It's going to be the third one. I'll read the tweet and then you can discuss.
Oh, cool.
But I'm going to talk about Steff London. So basically, she offered advice to young women yesterday. She's currently living up in Trinidad, having lots of fun. No, she's not. She's in Jamaica. But yeah, she basically put something out. She said, young girls, please stop idolizing the it girls. They're selling their pussy for a lifestyle they can't maintain on their own and getting disrespected. It's never worth it. Go get it yourself, whether it's school, a business, or a job. She said, get it. You are amazing and beautiful, even if the likes on Instagram says otherwise. You're everything beyond social media. Fuck social media and never allow no boy to disrespect you just because he has money. Whatever you want, make sure you can give it to yourself. I think that's a really good message, especially in this day and age where, you know, it's a lot of glorified get men to pay for this and get men to pay for that. Especially with young girls. I feel like there's no clear distinction anymore with young people, that, if you get what I mean. That there's no... Because when I was younger, like I knew people were older than me. I knew they were in a different phase of life. I knew that they had the cars they had and the life they were living because they were older than me. But I think in today's society, that line is so blurred that I see girls who are younger than me, they look older than me. Do you know what I mean? They're like doing that whole lifestyle chase is actually very, very mad. And I don't think people talk about it enough. People talk about like boys committing crimes to get it, but people don't talk about what some of the girls are doing to get it. So I thought that was a really good message to put out there. And then Lil Duval, he put out a tweet saying, Afrobeats might be the death of hip-hop as we know it. And basically, he got a lot of, I don't know if it was backlash. No, he did get backlash, actually, he did. From the Afrobeats, people who listened to Afrobeats for years were basically saying how Afrobeats been existing.
That's true.
Like, before hip-hop. And obviously, there's other people as well who said that hip-hop has influenced Afrobeats as well. But they're saying, a lot of people are saying that Afrobeats has lasted longer, that has been longer than hip-hop. But the thing is, though...
What form?
Sorry, what?
Afrobeats been longer than hip-hop. But I think that could be true, because when you think about it, yeah, like, Afrobeats has been existing in the community where it existed.
Yeah, but in what form, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In what form, though? The form we know it today hasn't been around since the 70s and stuff.
It hasn't, but it's still been Afrobeats, though.
Say it again?
African Bombada?
Well, hip-hop.
So it was Afrobeats around them times there.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends. Because like, if you're going to consider like Shino Peters and them guys...
That's not Afrobeats, though.
That's what I'm saying.
What is it?
That's Fuji.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's a different.
But people kind of,
Yeah.
I feel like people are kind of putting that all in the same.
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, because I would put it all in the same.
This is why.
So
And,
then,
and I just think it's I think it's just different divisions. It's like you got Afrobeats because it's African music. I see I interpret Afrobeats as African music, and then we've got Fuji, then we've got the other little branches.
Yeah.
but then his statement makes no sense then, because that means African music's been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah. And that's what some people's argument was that it has been around since the beginning of time. But yeah, you guys have any other comments to make about that?
I was just gonna say that because fella called his Afrobeat wasn't Afrobeats. So if they're trying to
What's the
conflate
S?
that,
Man says the
Plural.
tip of the S.
yeah, no, because people make the distinction to be like, no, fella's music was different to what this is, and that was Afrobeat,
Yeah, okay.
and now this Afrobeats and da da da. Because if you're going back to fella's music, then obviously you're going back to like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
70s and that.
But I think it just evolves though. Because even what Wizkid is making today is not how Wizkid's always been an Afrobeat artist.
Yeah.
But when Wizkid came out in 2000 and whatever it came out in, what he's making today is not what that was, but that was still Afrobeats. This is why I say that for me, I just think of Afrobeats as African music, and then there's different
African
branches
music's
to it.
always going to be there. Culturally, different regions are always going to have their music. Once something pops and gets circular and takes on a life of its own and gets repackaged and rebranded and renamed, it's a new thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not like Afrobeat started once it got into or African music started once Afrobeats popped off and it got into the mainstream. No, there's always going to be African music or whatever. But at that point, with the culmination when it got circular, got into the mainstream, got repackaged as Afrobeats, the sounds and and they found it and it clicked. That's something new, innit? You get me? That didn't always exist.
Yeah.
So there's no way it's been around before as long as hip hop, if that makes sense. Like Afrobeats, the way it's constructed, the way we see it, and
No,
today.
the way it's today, no.
African music's been around from the beginning of
Yeah,
time. So that's all kind of music has.
Yeah.
From you know what I'm trying to say? That's neither here nor there. That's stupid. But Afro definitely ain't been around as long as hip hop. No chance.
Yeah.
But Afrobeats is definitely taking over though. I don't know if that's a negative thing or a good thing. I see someone tweeting it. I see the Jamaicans getting in an uproar the other day. They're saying, boy, it's like it's like it's 10-0 in a minute.
How do you mean Afrobeat versus?
Yeah, they're saying it's 10-0 and
it is.
counting. Afrobeats is cooking at the minute. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, because the dancehall artists, there's good dancehall artists as well. There's bare of them. Like, there's even new ones up and coming and all that.
Yeah.
But the music ain't hitting, ain't connecting. Like, Afrobeats is massive music at the minute. Like, it's big worldly music.
Do you think
the
dancehall
dancehall
could-
stuff's like if you know, you know.
Yeah. Do you think dancehall can come back and be what it was years before?
I think everything's had this time. You get what I'm trying to say? So when something's new and shiny, like Afrobeats is going through what the dancehall went through.
Yeah.
So them Elephant Man, Sean Paul moments when it's huge, big worldly music.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna get like that again because it's already got to the stage where it's already.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? It's had this moment.
Not to compare and do like Olympics, but do you feel like Afrobeats at its peak has surpassed what dancehall was at its peak? Like which genre has had the biggest peak to you?
I don't want to say yes because obviously times are changing. Like the impact, like times are changing. Music's different. There's a bigger market share. Like so these men are making more money. There's huge, but culturally and impact what the dancehall's done, I can't say Afrobeats has been bigger than that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know. I think it's probably just a matter of opinion what your preference is. I don't know. It's a hard one to be honest with you.
Yeah, it probably depends on you as a person as well. Like how old you are.
Yeah.
When you grew up, what do you grow up listening to?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because we grew up listening to dancehall.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like culturally, like when you think the way music affects you, even say like the Afrobeats boom or the dancehall boom, when you think in your brain, they're gonna bring you to different memories. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and that dancehall bit's gonna, because of your age group, it's gonna be more in your core.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say, in your development stage and that. Like, so it might mean more to you.
Yeah.
So I think it would depend who you ask, what generation you're speaking to, maybe.
Yeah. All right, Esther, should I help you with the last one?
Yes, please, because I'm just checking out.
All right. Ari Lennox has announced her European tour. Let me get the dates up if anyone cares. Esther, do you know when it is quickly?
So the London one is the 16th of May.
Okay. Grab your tickets, I guess.
Yeah, and the tickets is like, so I've got 2 tickets in my basket. And it's £87.50. So you can divide it by 2.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
nice price.
It's not bad, isn't it?
Okay. Is this priority tickets or this is
It's 80 priority
Gen
tickets.
Pop?
So I think the Live Nation pre-sales tomorrow. And then the general sales on Friday. But the reason why it's a big deal as well is because she said she wasn't going to do this. So a lot of people piss Ari Lennox off on the internet all the time. And she people piss her off all the time. And she was like, basically, I'm not gonna do, like, I don't want to be involved in this industry like that. I just want to make music and mind my business. I got the tickets, I'm fine now.
And breathe.
Well done.
But she was like, thank you. But she was like how like the industry stuff really, and like the industry politics annoys her. So I guess people come at her all the time online, and like she gets a lot of trolls and stuff sometimes. So that puts her off. And then also there was an award show where I think it was a Soul Train Award something, and she didn't win. So she also feels that she gets shunned by awards.
Where is she?
Where is she what?
Performing.
Hammersmith. Event Team Apollo.
I might go.
I was thinking that actually. I was thinking, shall I go? I haven't been to concert in a bit.
Yeah, I think it's been really good. I really like the album anyway. I've listened to it back a few times. But so she was actually not doing any tours, anything like that. So when she then announced, so to be honest, I feel like her international fans did not expect this at all. But when she announced the American one, we were like, okay, she doesn't have to travel. Because also she talked about like having like flying anxiety as well.
Yeah.
And then yesterday night, literally as I was leaving Body Combat, I saw her Instagram and she said, I heard y'all. And that was it. And now I'm going to see y'all there.
Nice.
But yeah, big up her, man. Love to see it. But that is all for me for Word and Road. Very successful Word and Road. It's getting to people's journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about is basically Asda and Morrisons are putting limits on purchases. So obviously we're in a dire situation, man. But I don't know if it will affect everybody, because obviously not everybody eats their fruits and veg, right? And this is basically where the limits are. So Asda are basically saying they're capping sales on items such as tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, and all that type of stuff here to 3 per person. Morrison's limits have limited cucumbers and stuff like that to 2 per person. Tesco, Sainsbury's, Lidl, Aldi, all the rest of them, they ain't got no caps yet. So they're saying,
did they say what fruits or just any fruits?
Well, Asda's is tomatoes, peppers, lettuce. Actually, I think there's a few others, but it's those type of thingies. So you said fruits, innit? Yeah. There's no mention of what fruits at the moment. But yeah, it's based.
That's interesting. Is
on
that
some other things?
Are they going to blame this on Ukraine as well?
Well, what they're saying, in the winter months, the UK imports are basically around 95% of their tomatoes, right, and 90% of its lettuce, right. And most of it comes from like North Africa, Spain, and that type of thing. Yeah. But what they're saying is southern Spain has been suffering from like crazy cold weather, and Morocco's crop yields have been affected by floods and stuff like that. Storms have led to ferries being delayed, cancelled. So just the importing of it, the growing of it, all of that type of stuff that goes into it, it's affected everything. So yeah, prices will probably be higher. Plus, there'll be a shortage. That's what's happening. Pret
A Manger.
Yes. Do you shop there?
They've got good sandwiches.
Okay, cool. Well, they have said they're going to stop making smoothies, frappes.
They're going to sell frappes?
Yeah, man.
That's mad.
And milkshakes. Yeah, man. Yeah, so basically what they said is the chain is
summer coming up as well.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because they received thousands of complaints that they're not all drinks, yeah. I didn't even know that they had a subscription service, you know. Pret. Yeah.
What do you mean subscription service?
Basically.
What, Pret A Manger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Pret A Manger.
Pret A Manager.
Yeah.
What do you mean subscribe to that? What, coffee?
Yeah, so you can get certain things. Basically, yeah, what they're saying is, so they had a subscription service which launched summer of 2020, yeah? And basically what it says is they give you 5 drinks a day. Yeah, 5 drinks a day with 30 minutes between each order. So that's what their thing is. And you can get it for £25 a month, right? But the issue is, people are complaining.
5 drinks a day? As in, if you go to sit down there and you just get 5 drinks in a row, what do you mean?
I think so, yeah. Or if you just go in and say, I want my drink. Just show them your subscription thing or whatever. As long as there's 30 minutes between each drink. So it probably is a sit down.
Oh, yeah, I think, because why would you be getting drinks 30 minutes in 30 minute intervals?
Yeah. Unless you're moving about the city or something, innit? Yeah. But basically the issue is that people complaining that not all the drinks were included in that particular service.
Okay.
So you're probably getting the basic, you know what I'm saying, drinks that they got there. So the smoothies, the frappes, the milkshakes, all the drinks people actually
The
want.
drinks you actually want.
Exactly.
You didn't get that.
I'm not going to be included. So
So you
now,
got to read the T's and C's.
and what they're saying is now the blended drinks, which can be more expensive and take longer to make and all that type of stuff, which obviously goes into their profit margins, they're just phasing them out altogether. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be replaced by ice drinks. So yeah, by the summer anyway. That's what they're saying.
To be fair, those little shops here, their ice drinks, whew, they're really it. There's one though but then it's just, it really is, anyway, this cause it lives, we'll see how far they get with it.
But this is why I say economics is everything.
Yeah, because
You know?
now it's different. Because I remember Starbucks, a couple summers ago, I think it was, and they had this summer fruit drink. It was like different berries here and like ice water. It was slapping. But when I really thought about it, I said, something special about this drink. It's just fruits and water. And I was paying, what, like £4 something for it?
See what I'm saying?
It's not today, boy.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's water at home.
There you go. Yeah. So all the blenders that went into making all these type of drinks, right? They're going to be removing them and replacing them with new ice machines, basically.
But that's like, they're going to tell you now the machines don't work. Like how McDonald's does it.
Well, yeah. Well, they're gonna tell you it's some. Well, let me tell you what they said. Pret basically said it's the biggest drinks innovation in more than 5 years.
Oh.
See what they do?
If you guys don't have good drinks, just say that.
But for those who really love Pret's smoothies and frappes and all that, they're still going to be available in certain shops up until the 29th of May. After that, there'll be no more. The government recommends 3.5% pay rise for nurses and other workers. Again, we've been speaking about the continual strikes and things of that nature. And basically what they've done is the government's offered millions of people in the public sector 3.5%. Obviously, this is a lot lower than inflation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, judges, police officers, teachers, nurses, doctors, dentists, all these people have been offered 3.5%. And yeah, man, it's crazy. But they're basically holding off on the strike action because I think what it is that they want to present it to the members of the union and see what they think about it and stuff like that. But the government's basically left a bit of room for increases above the 3.5% for some workers. That's if they're basically saying if economically we start to grow and prosper, a lot better anyway, basically just improve. Yeah. Then obviously, they're willing to kind of discuss increasing it. But just at a glance, the offer is 3.5% in this new financial year, so 2023 to 24, come April. That's for nurses, for doctors and dentists. That's for police officers, teachers are going to be getting a starting salary of 30k. So I can't remember what it was before, but it was obviously under that. And that's going to be the new starting salary. Experienced teachers, they're going to get 3% pay rise. What the offers anyway, these are the pay proposals. Yeah. Judges in England and Wales are going to be offered 3.5%. And prison officers are going to see a £2,000 pay increase for those in the lowest band. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ranging to £500 for those in the highest band. But those are the proposals at the moment. Also, because of that, like I said, the nurses and all that, they've suspended their 48-hour strike in it because they wouldn't actually discuss this with the government. But Surrey Council as well. Remember the other day we were talking about Croydon Council wanting to increase, well, not wanting to, they're going to be increasing their council tax, I believe, by 15% because they said they're bankrupt. Well, Surrey Council basically have come out and basically said they're on the brink of insolvency. So they've signalled that they're close to effective bankruptcy and they've got loads of debt. Their debt is worth almost £2 billion, right? And yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, that money was because they wanted to kind of invest in property and all them type of things there. You know what I'm saying? But people are now talking about, like, during this cost of living crisis, like, what makes you think it makes sense to use all this money on investing in properties? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, yeah, you want to build up your council and things of that nature. But still, you can't really be going around doing that. And then all of a sudden talking about you're now on the verge of bankruptcy and potentially want to increase everyone's council tax to try and fund it. Starbucks, you mentioned Starbucks earlier, Esther. They got a new drink, man.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, it is an olive oil infused.
When you said olive oil, I switched off.
Yeah, I switched off.
Basically, well, the thing is, it's not here in this country yet. It's going to start off in Italy.
They need to keep it there.
But yeah, they're launching an olive oil coffee drink, basically.
I don't even sound right. Sounds like Greece.
Well, this is what they said. They said.
Don't some people take a teaspoon of olive oil a day and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's probably what see. Mediterranean for.
It's healthy, yeah. That's why it starts in
To
Italy.
be fair, the Italians are very healthy though.
And they live a lot longer than other white people.
Yeah, all that pasta they eat though.
Mm.
I mean, yeah.
But that kind of shows maybe
They're
the
racist,
carbs
man. Did you
and
see what they done the other day?
That's what I was gonna say. That I was trying to work.
Racist.
Yeah, they just.
They're the pieces of
Yeah,
shit.
man, they're the worst.
You seen that little kid that they
little
got in
kid,
the
blackface.
in the Usherman, the Usherman setup with a thing on, and they put him they painted him all black and all that.
No, I didn't see that, you know.
Yeah, it's on. If I see the video, I'll send it to you.
It was in blackface in 2023.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I heard that the reason why they don't, I don't know where I saw this, it was from Italian, but basically they were saying the reason why they don't put on weight and they eat so much pasta, actually, anyway, whatever, sorry, is that they go on walks. They do like a lot of walks. And also the servings that you have as well.
Yeah.
Like it's a decent enough serving for you to be like full, and they always have it with salads and stuff like that.
Yep. That's true.
I do want to go back to an Italian restaurant. The one I went to that nearly killed me was so good, yeah, but I'm just so scared.
Oh, because they killed you.
Oh, I've never felt pain like that in my life.
Was it an allergy thing?
No, it was for the first time. It wasn't. No, because I got lobster noodles.
Okay.
And it was food poisoning. And I've never in my life been in that much pain. Like I was like, Jesus, take me now because this is unbearable. And I wanted because it was lovely food, but I'm just like, damn, I'm so scared.
But yeah, your life is more important. Stay
It
away
is,
from
man. I have
it.
to go back to the Ned. They have nice lobster spaghetti as well.
And the last headline is basically DVLA. They've come out and basically issued warnings to drivers who passed their test before 2014 to basically say, guys, you need to renew your license. If it's expired, renew it. Otherwise, you're going to be fined £1,000.
Do you have to do another test to renew your license?
No.
Oh,
Just
God.
send them the thingy and then, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was one of those
£1,000.
who left mine expired for
Really?
ages, yeah.
Don't you use it for like ID and stuff?
Yeah, but like, say I went to a club or something, they'll be like, it's expired. But yeah, but I'm still the same person. You know what I'm
Still
saying?
me.
What are we doing it? So,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, it's fine.
The new ones are really pretty.
How do you look? Are they pink?
No, but it's like it's quite cool. Sorry, used to tell her, take the camera off me so they don't see my
sorry.
ID and where I live.
We put in the camera. Ema.
Look at it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really, really pretty.
What is it? The same shit? Is
No,
it?
it's not. That one was like that, just pink.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that? Oh, your driver license from where?
Yeah.
From where?
Just the other day. 'Cause I changed.
That was a
moved
new
houses.
driver license.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
you meant
this is a
because
new design.
you live in a certain area, you get that one.
No. What was it?
No, I thought that's what you said. Sorry.
Oh no. This is I think this is the new design.
Okay.
It's really, really pretty.
Why did you lose your old one?
No, I moved houses.
Okay.
Yeah, and I changed my insurance. I started to live life the legal
Have I
way.
ever changed my
See, all that, I
license and my
never did
insurance?
any of that.
I think my parents' house is still on my driver
Yeah, I
license.
think mine's
Stop it.
yeah, same. I think mine's is, you know.
No, I changed mine because I changed my insurance and yeah, I'm just a good issue, isn't it? I don't want problems.
Well, it's good because now you're in the habit of doing it. For those of us
Yeah.
who are not used to it, like if your thing's expired and you got your license before 2014, update it because you may be getting a fine of £1,000.
Hold on, say again. If you got it before.
If you got your license before 2014.
Oh, you got to change it, yeah? Okay.
No, only
Look,
if
it's expired.
Only if it's
Oh.
expired. Yeah.
Let me check, man.
It probably is expired, guys. You guys didn't even know you had it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal, man.
Thank you very much. Well, you guys have been dying for it, as you should be. Let's get into the rotation. Wellness Wednesdays on. What was on the Wellness Wednesday?
All right, welcome to the rotations. Let's get into
hold
some
on.
music news. All right, the Grammys. That meant to be a joke, bruv.
Huh?
The Grammys happened about 2 weeks ago.
And do you know what? I said,
You know,
I
wake
was
up.
thinking, okay.
Let's get into the Grammy winners and losers. No, I'm playing.
Can you imagine?
There's so many things I had to talk about from last week, but everything's old.
No, you
All
can
right.
still talk about it.
Nah,
We
Grammys.
didn't get your perspective anyway.
No, it was a joke. I had it written down as a joke.
Oh, okay.
Make Grammy joke. I'm playing.
No, make Grammy ridiculous.
All right, first up. So have you guys heard Captain Covenant's That Way
With
with
Abracadabra.
Abra? Yeah, so they've announced a remix. I'm just going to read the lineup. Lineup's kind of hefty still. So this is the remix coming out tomorrow. You've got Backroad G on there, French Montana, Clavish, Beanie Man, Parsaloo, Bando K, Double L's, K-Trap, and Do Road.
How long is this? How long is the song?
That's a heavy remix, you know?
I said Beanie Man, you know.
Yeah.
Probably 10 minutes.
I'm not sure what I think the most surprising feature for me is Beanie Man. Because they done this whole reveal where they released the artwork, but they had blurred out everyone's pictures, and then they revealed it yesterday. So I'm looking forward to hearing that, because I think the original song is nice too. So I'm intrigued to see what this sounds like, but it definitely looks hefty. All right, one thing I've been wanting to talk about for weeks, but obviously I've been absent, was the Vibe and Complex top 50 rappers of all time list. All right. Wait for Eman to come back. But have you seen the list, Marks?
Nah.
No? I'm not going to read out the whole 50.
I saw it had someone like, I don't know, man. There's someone that was on there like Jam Master J or something like this.
That's a Jam Master J. Yeah. No, Jam Master J wasn't on there. Probably not on there.
There's someone on there that I saw it and I just thought, fuck this list. I listen to this shit.
All right, so I'm not going to talk about the whole 50. I want to talk about probably the top 20 or more so the top 10 and get you guys' thoughts on the rankings and who you think should be there, who shouldn't be there, right? So I'll do top 20, but let's focus on top 10. So number 20, Big Daddy Kane. At 19, Missy Elliott. 18, Ice Cube. 17, 50 Cent. 16, Scarface. At 15, J. Cole. LL Cool J at number 14. Rakim at 13. Andre 3000 at 12. Kanye West at 11. Nicki Minaj, top 10. Snoop Dogg, 9. Drake, 8. Lil Wayne, 7. Biggie at 6. Eminem at 5. Tupac at 4. Nas at 3. Kendrick Lamar at 2. And then Jay-Z at number 1.
That's 3.
All right, so let's focus on the top 10. From the top 10, what are you guys' thoughts? Do you think this is, first and foremost, do you think that top 20 is accurate? Obviously, this is a subjective list. I'm not sure what the criteria was. But just, we can make up our own criteria. Thoughts on the top 20, top 10?
I think the people there make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if the ranking makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we all agree that we feel like Jay-Z is the best rapper of all time?
Yeah, I would.
I can accept it.
Yeah, same. Would we have say Eminem and Kendrick above Biggie?
No, I would not.
Do you think Biggie's a bit low?
Where's Biggie?
6.
I can understand that as well.
I think as years are progressing, Biggie's falling further back.
That's the
which
thing.
Which makes sense because obviously he
yeah.
passed away quite a long time
Yeah.
ago. Because I think in years gone, Biggie's definitely been in the top 3 of this list. But I think people are put into account that, body of work, he only put out 2 albums. So how long can this person with only 2 albums stay in the top 3?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas people are putting out way more work in it. Drake at 8. You think Drake should be higher, or you think 8 is a good place for Drake?
I think 8 is a decent place for him and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick definitely,
I think for me the most controversial placing for me is Kendrick at 2.
Okay, yeah,
I wouldn't put Kendrick at 2.
definitely not.
Where would you put him?
I'd put Kendrick on this list. I'll have to put him maybe a 6.
I had a feeling you were going to say
7.
6.
I need to find. I want to.
No, I mean-
I think 6 is low.
You think 6 is low?
Yeah. I don't know if he's a 2,
Yeah,
but I don't think he's a 6.
yeah.
Like a 4.
Do we agree that Nicki Minaj is number 10?
Hell no.
I agree with that.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
I don't believe Nicki should be 10 because there's no way J. Cole is 5 places behind Nicki Minaj. There's no
Okay,
way.
then you
LL
put it
Cool
like
J
that.
is 5 places behind Nicki Minaj.
Nicki's cold though.
Nicki's cold.
And Nicki does a lot of stupid stuff with that. The way she
Roman?
the way she plays with her voice and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which might take away from artistry. It might make you look at her in a different way. Plus, she's a woman and stuff like that. But actually,
I don't think it's about being a woman.
rapping wise.
Yeah.
Nicki is actually like technical
no.
ability. Like when you talk about what rapping,
Yeah.
Nicki is actually very, very, very cold.
No, I know she is.
Like,
I know she is.
extremely good.
I know she is. Is she, in your opinion, better than Andre 3000? Is she better than Kanye West? Is she
No,
better than
no,
Drake?
Andre
Sorry, not
3000
Drake.
should be in top 3.
Cole?
Andre should be in the top 3.
Because
Serious.
Oh yeah, Andre's cold.
yeah,
Andre's cold.
100%.
Different gravy.
Andre's cold, but for me, Andre's not going in top 3. I think people put Andre in top 3 based on the
Nostalgia.
public narrative on him. Because out of nowhere, out of the clear blue sky, he was labelled a goat out of nowhere. And I'm telling you, because prior to a certain year, that wasn't the conversation. It seems like when he went ghost and he started putting out guest verses here and there, suddenly, oh, he's the best of all time. Where did this
It's
come
when you
from?
know better, you do better. Like, so maybe at the time when he was aware, people like when you don't know what you got till it's gone. You get me? So maybe they waited, they put him under the microscope. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, because my thing of it is public opinion and stuff like that. Because it is people that I never just listen to Andre 3000 and was just saying, oh, he's the coldest, he's cold, he's cold, he's cold.
Yeah.
It was noise and rumblings of people saying like, this guy's the thing, and it's like, huh, what are you talking about? And then when they give me receipts and I'm going and I'm listening, I'm saying, oh, they're onto something. This guy has the truth. Like, so,
Andre's sick.
like, he's very cold.
No, I know he's very cold, but are you saying he should be in top 3?
I reckon Andre 3000 is one of my favorite rappers, man. I'll be honest with you.
Same.
Who would you? Okay, cool. Let's go around and see who everyone top 3 would be. I want to make it to.
I'd put Jay-Z in there.
Yeah.
I understand why I said people say Biggie's dropping down over time, but Biggie's music's timeless, man. Like Biggie was doing like the stuff that we're doing now, Biggie was doing then. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like Biggie come from a road rapper versus like just freestyle and then managed to change it to artistry, to making songs that are pop, like worldly music that's lasted the test of time, that are playing now, that come on now in a dance now, shutting it down. And in a 20 years time, they're still going to be doing the same thing. You know what I'm trying to say? That so we can't discredit what that man done in such a small space of time as well.
That's true.
You get me? But like Biggie is actually one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then number 3 would be for you?
I might go Jay-Z, Biggie, Andre.
Okay. You man?
I have to do the top 5, you know.
I go on.
Yeah, for real. That's because that was hard. That was I feel messed up what I just said.
I feel like my top 5 needs to be updated, yeah.
Okay.
But Nas, Biggie, not in any order, by the way.
Okay.
So Nas, Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Ice Cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Esther?
Don't laugh. Are you a sicko? Why'd you laugh?
I don't know.
Man said Kirk, Chris,
I don't know.
Ari.
To be
Like
fair though,
Kirk Franklin, it's gonna be number 1. You know, that's no cap.
period.
Lil Fizz.
Not Lil Phil. Ain't no way. No, do you know what? To be fair though, I don't listen to rap like that. So I was gonna say I can't contribute.
Okay.
I would just know the people that people say are goats
Yeah.
in it. But but I still don't think Kendrick is number 2. That's what I would say.
Same.
And I think in relation to the Nicki, I think Nicki is definitely a good rapper.
Yeah.
That she's really sick at what she does. But I think that they did take into consideration the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah.
And I think because there's not as many female rappers as there are male rappers, that's why she would have been there. Jimmy, because to be fair, some of the people below 10 are better than her. But then again, in a pool of like other, I guess the men are being judged by other men. And then with her, I guess they did a thing of, you know, amongst the female rappers, is she the best?
Okay.
So I think,
All right, so I've got the Billboard's criteria, right? So we know what this list was based upon, right? So according to Billboard Vibe, their GOAT list was based on the following criteria: body of work / achievements, so charted singles, albums, gold or platinum certifications, cultural impacts and influence, how the artist's work fostered the game's evolution, longevity, so years, you know, on the mic, lyrics, storytelling skills, flow, etc. I mean, so that's what the list was based around.
Don't Jada get in your top 5?
Of course. My top 3 before we go on. My top 3 would be Nas, of course, you guys know.
Yep.
Jay, and then Biggie. That'd be my top 3. But just looking at the list now, like you mentioned, I was going to mention him as well. Jadakiss, for me, should be in the top 20. But based on their criteria, I can see why he was omitted.
Yeah.
To me, Jadakiss, I love Jadakiss, but I don't think he makes my top 10, maybe not even top 15.
That was it. Okay.
And reason why is because he's a great rapper.
Yeah.
But making a solid body of work, making singles, influencing the culture.
Yeah.
I think he loses loads of points in that.
I agree with you. I think he's fallen short in the album category for me.
Yeah.
His album with the that one's decent. What's it with the with Y on it? I swear the album's not bad.
Second album.
Was that Kiss of Death or The Last Kiss? Kiss of Death, I think.
Maybe that album's decent. That album's alright.
Album's decent,
but to be top 5,
as a
top
whole.
10, you need to give me classics.
Yeah.
And this is why
Jadakiss hasn't dropped a classic album.
No,
He
not
hasn't.
at all.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He hasn't.
And this is why I can allow Kendrick in that top 10. Because he's done more than one classic, arguably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
he definitely.
he deserves it. But Andre, the reason why he kind of loses points for me as well is because the consistency isn't there.
Yeah.
He's only done one solo album.
Yeah. Which is actually the joint album,
Which
but
is
it's
the
2 solo discs.
Exactly. And so it's kind of like Messi, you're sick, but you need your World Cup.
Yeah.
And I feel like he hasn't got his World Cup.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
And it's kind of fell short, like come out of the World Cup second round type
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think Drake is, because if you look at the Billboard's criteria, right, you would just, Drake deserves to be quite high because he's achieved so much,
Yeah.
right? Do you feel like the ghostwriting has tarnished his reputation as a lyricist, as a rapper, so that's why he's kind of falling short a bit?
I think based on the criteria there, I don't think it necessarily has, to be fair.
Based
But I
on the
think amongst
criteria, Drake
us-
should be number 1.
Think so?
Yeah.
Jay-Z though?
No,
Because
Drake should be number 1.
The reason being is because based on criteria, you might argue that Drake should be where Kendrick is based on criteria.
Drake should be number 1 based on the criteria. So Drake's different. The thing that's killing Drake is his pen going into question. Because for me personally, if there's no questioning his pen, no one ain't done what Drake's done, man. No one can't do what Drake does. That's it. No one. Tupac, Biggie, any of them. I couldn't give a shit. Like musically, like no one can't talk to him. This guy's the body of what this guy's done, and this ain't about opinions. This is about facts. The proof's in the pudding. Just go back and look. Like you just like man, forget. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's too many of some of your favorite songs. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's not normal.
But when you're saying go back and check it, are you talking about objective fact though? Because what Drake album is a classic hip hop album? Because that's what we're talking about.
Take care.
A hip hop album though, classic.
I was gonna say nothing was the same.
See, some people question
That's
whether he's got
classic.
2. Some people question whether he's got 2. Like he's Take Care. It's a classic hip hop album. Yes.
Take Care is seen as his classic, but like you're saying, I think he's saying, is that album considered to be pure and utter hip hop, or is it hip hop, R&B?
Yeah,
It's not
rapping,
R&B.
singing,
Just because
music?
my man's got a vibe and my man's got a style and he wants to sing a little piece or whatever, it's not an R&B album. is it?
No, of course not. I'm just saying it's got elements of R&B.
Yeah.
is what he's
Everybody's
implying.
got elements of R&B. Biggie's got elements of R&B in his albums.
Yeah, but not as much as Drake.
It's just not. He's not the one singing it. He gets people. He gets artists. Jodeci or like Mary J. Black. People are on there. Why? Because my man can do it himself. What are you talking about?
No, but it's not the same though, because I feel like with Drake now, the sound of the music as well, you can put a singer on that. Nearly every beat on a Drake album, you can put a singer on it.
Yeah, but time's changing as well. The sound is changing.
Yeah, 100%. It is.
You can only play what's in front of you. Like you get.
So are you going to tell me that Take Care is basically in the same arena as Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Illmatic?
No.
Those are certified classics to me.
I believe that. I believe.
In comparison, no. But in isolation, no.
I don't think in comparison or isolation. I think classic albums are classic albums. If once you get in the room, you're in the room. He's in the room with every other classic hip hop album
but
that's in
Take
there.
Care isn't in the same realm as those albums, though.
It is just, once you're in the Hall of Fame, you're in the Hall of Fame. If you got a classic album, you got a classic album.
No, but
if your category is hip hop, your category is hip hop. You say he's in the same. They're in the realm. That's the realm.
Because not every basketball in the Basketball Hall of Fame is on the same level. So you could.
There's different levels. No, because your first ballot.
You can make it to the mountain, but you can still be compared.
No, there's first ballot, there's second ballot. I don't know if there's a third ballot or whatever. But if you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but
you
that
get the
makes sense,
same.
though. If you're
You
saying
get
there's
the
different
same
ballots,
jacket.
then
Yeah,
that helps
yeah.
the argument. Then you're
That's the
saying
first ballot.
there's
That's the first. Take Care's the first ballot song album.
in the realm of hip hop, when they're ranking ballot Hall of Fame albums, Take Care is not number 1. No way.
If it's class, again, I think it's what you said
Yeah,
with the
but ballot,
classification of it.
different ballot.
No, I think it's the classification of it because he's saying it's got the R&B style. I think it's the classification of it. If the classification is it's a hip hop album, it's in the same realms as them.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
cool.
What, as an Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt,
All of them,
Life After
'cause
Death?
But
If
this
it's
is
a
why,
hip hop album,
No, but you just said there's different ballots though, different
that's
tiers.
the first ballot album. That's a top tier album.
No, I'm arguing that it's not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just opinions then. But
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a top tier album.
that argument there, yeah, about if you're in the room, then you're in the room. That's how I see it as well. But this is why I don't see Take Care as being in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because I find it hard to compare Take Care.
So what do you want to compare
Illmatic.
to? Do you compare it to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill?
No, that's a classic though.
They're both
That's one of the
classics.
great-
Classic. That's R&B albums. You comparing Take Care to that then? So if it's not that, then it's hip hop then.
No, but the thing is, Michael Jordan's in the Basketball Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
And so is I don't know, Manu Ginobili, right? They're both in the Hall of Fame, but they both didn't have the same career.
Not at all.
Right? They're
It don't
different,
matter.
it's
But
different tiers.
if he's first ballot, he's first ballot, bro. When did they stand up taking pictures? He's with Manu.
I know he's with him, but
Michael Jordan never went into the Hall of Fame by himself. There's a class, bro. There's a Hall of Fame class. He weren't the only one who made the speech that day, bro.
No, not everyone's the same, bro.
With the speech.
Just because you're all in the Hall of Fame doesn't mean you're the same tier
level.
player. There's tiers, even in the Hall of Fame, there's tiers.
Yeah, but you got there's so many man who's doing this. There's only a
Yes.
couple of hundred people in the Hall of Fame, you know.
Yeah, so you made it to that certain level. Well done. But
There's
doesn't mean
thousands
that
and thousands
they
of
don't-
basketballers that's gone through.
it
There's only a
doesn't
couple of
mean-
hundred men
it
in the
doesn't-
Hall of Fame, you
yeah,
know.
but everyone's ranked, though, innit?
They're the same
yeah,
shit.
but everyone's ranked. Everyone's ranked.
I'm not saying just
So
because
even
you're in the
though-
Hall
wait,
of Fame.
Even though you're in the Hall of Fame, there's still a tier system in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, I'm not saying just because you're in the Hall of Fame,
I know,
you're
that's
Michael
what I'm saying.
Jordan. I'm not saying that.
I know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying
Like-
with Take Care. Even though Take Care's in the Hall of Fame or Classic, doesn't mean that it's ranked high in the Hall of Fame. It might be ranked low in the Hall of Fame. I don't think it's the same level as Illmatic, agrees with that. It's not the same level of those albums.
Again, I just think it's how you distinct it. And if it's a
Yeah.
hip hop album,
Okay.
because if you're in the Hall of Fame, you're in the Hall of Fame. What album? Tell me about hip hop album that's up there. That's a classic.
Outcast of Criminal is considered a classic. Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory is considered a classic. Raekwon, Built for Cuba Links is considered a classic. Wu-Tang first album is considered a classic. There's bare albums.
If you want to talk about modern as well, Kendrick's Mad City one. Good
Yeah,
Mad
okay, cool.
City.
If you talk about modern albums, I think, yeah, Good Kid, Mad City.
Even Kanye's Dark Twisted.
Dark Twisted Fantasy, I think, is considered a classic too. What else is there? No, it is. I think in this day and age, right, the term classic, even like
So
the
is
five
so
mic
does
ratings
Kanye's
kind of gone.
is
So people don't
Kanye's
really-
is Kanye's classic albums hip hop?
So yeah, I think the College Dropout. To me, I'll put that in those realms
You'd put College Dropout in the realms of
of a Nas and a Jay.
reasonable. College. What's the difference between College Dropout? Why can't College Dropout and Take Care? What are you talking about?
They ain't the same to me.
They ain't the same.
They ain't the same.
You lost
They ain't
your
the same.
mind.
No.
No, it's
You
not.
lost your mind. You just, you know what it is? I think it's the ghostwriting stuff. You just don't like Drake.
No.
You just don't like Drake. You
I
are
like Drake.
sick.
I like Drake, but you
You
ain't
talking
telling
about-
me that Take Care and College Dropout are in the same tier. No, man. For me, they ain't on the same tier.
No, there's not level. You know what it is, yeah. You have to go through the track listing of the album, because when you read out the songs that's on Take Care, yeah.
We can go for it now if you want.
Go on then, do it. Because you're not taking a piss. Did you saying College Dropout? You're not taking a piss. That's the same realm. That's the same shit.
Drake.
You're not taking a piss.
We're gonna go for it now.
Let's go for it now. Drake. Take Care. All right, cool.
Motto, Real
Alright.
Her,
Over My Dead Body.
Over My Dead Body. What's that? The intro, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what? All right, forget it.
He's saying at a word.
Shot for me.
Take a shot for me.
Shot for me.
Take a shot for me.
Headline.
Headline.
Headlines is to
Crew Love.
Crew Love.
Take Care.
Oh, fuck off. You know what? Don't read no more.
Marvin. No,
Don't. Marvin's Room.
Marvin's Room.
Don't read no more. Can you not read no more? Don't read no more. Why are you reading any more for? Motto's on there as well, innit?
Yeah.
Why are you reading any more for? You forget it. Forget it. Can we forget it? Let's just forget it, because this is crazy. Opinion. This is why arguing opinions are crazy, because everybody's
No,
got
no.
different opinions. But that was
Music
crazy.
is different opinions,
That
right?
was crazy.
That was crazy.
No. Remember, music is subjective, innit? I like arguing about music. It's fine. So for me, personally, I wouldn't put Take Care and College Dropout in the same tier. For me, you would,
enough.
which is fine. It's a good album. It's my favorite Drake
Bro,
album.
Take Care is cold.
It is for
by
me.
any
Drake's
standard.
Classic. Yeah.
By
But it's
any
just
means.
not on that level for me.
Fair play.
And I know me, you got a different vibe anyway. You're in.
Yeah, you're a Nas man.
and you're
Jay-Z man. Yeah,
So
exactly.
even-
My man's
even-
number one.
Even
My guy's number one.
Even that, yeah.
My guy's number one on
According
the
to
list.
Yeah, but Aoife's better to take
Not your
over.
man, man.
It was at the time, not over this. We had this argument. It was at the time. It had a bigger impact because all the dick sucking lips is more
No,
childish.
Aoife-
Over the course
Oh,
of
no, Aoife's
over
still
the
better. No,
over the
no.
course of time,
No.
Takeover's a better song.
No, it's
Takeover's
not.
had more
No, it's
impact.
not.
Takeover's a better song.
Aoife is
No
now
one plays
used
Aoife.
as a was it a verb,
Yeah,
adjective,
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
No one
For-
plays Aoife.
Yes, they do.
Nobody.
No one plays Takeover.
Yes, they do. I played Takeover this year.
Yes, you.
I played Takeover this week. I played Takeover this week.
How about that?
None of you have played Aoife this
I've
year.
played Aoife.
None of you have played
I have played
Aoife
Aoife
this
this
year.
year.
Why are you playing Aoife this year?
I like the song.
You're lying.
How am I lying?
He lied anyway. You ain't played Aoife this
played
year.
Wait. Who plays Takeover? Takeover's kind of boring, man.
Nah, I play. It's on my the songs. It comes
Hear
all
me
the
out,
time.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
For replay value, what's got me E4 Takeover?
Aoife definitely.
Takeover's boring, man. Takeover is to listen to Takeover back. You must be smoking a cig or something, fam. Like Aoife is high energy. It's gonna rile you up. You can listen to it in the gym, driving.
No, it was at the time.
no one listens to Takeover on
No,
their
I'm
spare
saying.
time.
Nah.
No, I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I'm being
for real.
honest. Yeah, and I realized because at the time when it dropped, the impact that it had, I was an Aoife guy as well.
Yeah.
I'm saying over time when you realise and you're taking the two songs, like Takeover's the better song. Takeover's got the more longevity. Takeover I play more. Like Takeover's
No,
better.
it hasn't, man.
Like, I'm with you. So I thought E for one at the time
is
as
a
well.
part of black culture now.
Yeah.
People use the word E for to describe, you got E for. E for is a thing. Takeover's not a
I
thing.
think this is old too.
That's true though.
You got Eford. You got what? What the fuck?
Don't do this. Don't do this. I don't mean.
You got right now.
I don't mean people. No. What? Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. I don't mean in conversation. I mean within the realm of hip hop.
Yeah.
People use it as a word to describe if you got bodied on a track on a beef thing. Not me. I think you got Ethan. No, not in that way.
I never heard that in my life.
No. Esther, please. And even when Nikki and Remy were going at it,
Yeah, that was the thing.
she hopped on
Ethan's
Ethan.
yeah,
He made
yeah,
it
she
Shifa. It's a thing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Minecraft.
Even Bashi, remember when Bashi was going at? Who was going at? Either Wiley or Gets or something.
Yeah.
Jumped on Ether.
what I'm
I think it was
saying.
Wiley.
Yeah, no, obviously all this stuff is just a matter of opinion and
Yeah, of
personal
course, of
opinion. And like I said, I'm of the opinion of that. When it dropped, I was involved in the hype. It was an ether thing. It was cold. I've even spat on that song. I've got a tune on there. Like it was serious stuff. You get me? Now, living through life, through history, where I'm at my point in my life now, it's not an ether thing. Ether don't get played.
So what you're saying, yeah, that one verse, yeah, about Nas on Takeover,
Yeah.
is better than.
Yeah, just the whole song, because all of them is Death by Association, Mob Deep, everybody got it. Like Jigga was on Big Smoke. The takeover song is Jigga was like I said, just look back and just take him in and listen to the whole song. And I get you, but the whole song for me personally is better, and that's just all I'm judging it by. I don't listen to Ether.
The thing is,
never, ever, don't happen.
I can
Takeover
get
gets played regularly.
into my nerd bag right now and start dissecting lyrics and
Yeah.
what was said. But
Never, man. I showed you your first tech, man, on the hype, man. Then I heard the album about your tech on your dresser, man. Relax, little Nas, man. Like, allow it, man.
First of all, Lil Nas ain't it.
That bars is neither here nor there, though.
No, but I'm saying this real nigga shit. We know that. I showed you, and then you're talking about from your project window. You talk about looking at your project window. I was outside. You was looking out. Like, come on, man. Talk about from your project window, man. Like, you rapping niggas' lives, telling stories and that, man. Nas, relax. Like,
Oh god.
we're gonna
One bar, bro.
hit home though.
Nah.
Hey, I'm trying to remember the Ether bars, you know.
And he can't.
You're embarrassing. You are
The
embarrassing.
thing is, even the bar that hit me on Takeover when he was like, about his baby mother. You know what? You know who with that's between me and you. So the fact that Jay slept with Nas' baby mum and put it in the song, that to me was like, oof.
Exactly.
That to me was the blow. Yeah. Not the tech on the dresser, not the you had one hot album every 10 year average. The baby mother line, to me, I was like, you know what? You might have to, you know what I mean?
But that showed Jay-Z needed to get personal
Yeah.
to even win.
JD was smooth. Nas was childish, moving like a kid in the playground. Dick sucking lips.
It's funny, though. It's funny. though.
And it's like,
It's funny.
my man's boss status, controlled, cool killer. Like,
Nah.
when I go home, I'm gonna play both of them as well. Watch, I'm gonna play both of them. I'm at you lot.
Man was talking about Jay-Z apologizing to Jadakiss.
Yeah.
All
I don't have to get to the bars, but Ether, to me, and the thing is, the public said it anyway. Remember, when this was put to the public court of opinion on Hot 97, Ether won.
Yeah, at the time, Etho did win. I remember that.
And I know at the time it was Ether versus Super Ugly as well. I know that it wasn't Ether versus Takeover, but even Super Ugly was him getting personal.
Yeah, and
And
the time, Ether definitely won.
And he apologized.
Yeah.
He apologized. Because his mum told him to apologise for what he said on Super Ugly.
Still,
Jay-Z's mum.
Still Mike wasn't. Still Mike. That was a whole vibe, man. Nas took it, man. That was lit. That was a big time in hip hop, actually.
Yeah,
actually, like
100%.
it was cold. What a time to be alive, man.
Yeah, for real.
All right, cool.
I wasn't there.
But yeah, that's the list. Last thing is, did anyone see the Channel U documentary?
No,
I was supposed to be on
I
that.
saw you posting your story.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go and film and do it, but I couldn't
was it.
make it.
So yeah, Link Up TV done it's actually quite good. It's 2 hours long actually. A documentary about the start Channel U, the whole journey of Channel U from inception to when it stopped. It was dope, man. It was a 2 hour trip down memory lane. Nostalgia. You know what I mean? Just It was a time, man. It was a great time.
I always hated Channel U.
Why?
Because it wasn't real.
I want to ask you from your experience, right?
I'm glad
Wait,
you
hold on.
didn't
What
show
do
up.
you mean wasn't real?
It wasn't real.
What do you mean?
Like they gave these youths a platform. Like nobody. Like it gave these youths a platform, and eventually, like the Channel youths, like the youths was able to build something for themselves. Yeah. Nobody gave a fuck about them Channel U youths. Like it was crazy. Like I was popping in the streets. I wasn't allowed on Channel U. Like I know, like in like we're the ones who like the road rap who brought the culture and we're the ones who brought it up here. We weren't represented on Channel U.
Yeah, facts.
That was anybody and anybody's and people you've never heard of in your life and just like it wasn't like a real representation of what was going on. That's what I felt like.
Okay.
There was people on there as well. Like people got through. Like the proper people was on there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that for the most part.
Yeah.
And especially for me personally, I'm just biased as well because I never had no footprint on there really. I wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want one on there and all that.
Yeah.
I'm the hottest thing in the streets. I'm the best rapper in the country.
But is that why you feel that way though? Because you wasn't allowed on there.
Maybe, but I'm trying to say that the real representation of what my idea of road rap and streets and music and the people who was the best and the people who was doing what was going on and whatnot, they weren't on Channel U.
Like
It wasn't-
who?
No,
The real niggas in the
I think that's
streets.
true, though, because you know what?
Yeah, because
I never saw.
they weren't allowed on because of the content. But there were artists on Channel U who were doing bits.
Oh, 100%. Classic was on there.
A whole.
Yeah, but that's what I say. We
Our scene
we're
came through
like
Channel
we're
U.
like in like a I don't know. It's like we're in a fishbowl sometimes. Like you don't know what you don't know kind of thing, innit? So you have to open up your eyes to certain things. But it's like when man's in the streets, yeah, man's doing road and man's rapping. Man's doing like real road. This is real gangster rap shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I'm taking on board the man them from north, south, east, west, the ones that are really doing what we're doing, and that's our industry as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Someone like Kalashnikov, I wouldn't know who he was if he weren't for fucking Channel U. And he's from Stokey, he's from Hackney, he's from my
exactly,
ends.
yeah.
If it weren't for Channel U, I wouldn't know who the fuck Kalashnikov was.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of Channel U, to give people exposure who wouldn't have.
But this is
done
my
otherwise.
point though. But then you're there, you get a big song, it's popping rare, and it's makeup, it's like Kalashnikov rare. But I'm saying in Hackney, in the street, no one ain't talking about no fucking Kalashnikov.
Yeah, but what does that prove or mean though? I don't get it.
So I'm saying it wasn't a real depiction of
real
my
representation.
idea of the
Biggest-
industry of what was going on. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, because you've got an artist perspective, innit? You're seeing it from kind of behind the curtain.
yeah.
Whereas from a viewer's perspective, it's just a platform to showcase raw UK underground talent, and I think that's what.
But then it was-
and I
yeah,
think
But
it done that.
The thing is, it did that, yeah. But I think what Muggs is saying, and I agree, yeah, is that there's certain people who were pivotal that a lot of these guys listen to that just wasn't represented on Channel U. Like, for example, if you look at.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but
you remember back in
that's
the day,
that's just
yeah?
the politics of the industry, though.
Yeah, 100%. But you remember back in the day, you remember when I think they used to do like at the end of the year, the biggest like Channel U artists.
Yeah,
Obviously, no disrespect to these type of guys, yeah. But you had people like Agro Santos and
yeah.
like who's Agro Santos?
Yeah, we
compared
wouldn't have known these
You know what I'm
people.
saying?
We had to force our way into that office and make them play our video. And even then, they only played it at 2 a.m. in the morning. And them times I'm the hottest thing on the streets. You know what I'm trying to say? That. So I'm letting you know, as far as I was concerned, and as far as a lot of people were concerned, that's not like a real representation of what's going on. Eventually, it did turn into it. You get what I'm trying to say? Because the platform's there. There's lots of people who went on Channel U and made stuff for themselves. Like, there's lots of people that was popping that actually got on Channel U and like it did do what they're saying it done. Like, it is the platform. Like, it is that what it's saying it is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that initially, when it dropped, I didn't like it. Initially, like
I mean, like
when it was like
fresh, when it
AKA,
was
yeah,
fresh.
like when it's fresh and it's coming out and it's like initially like in the national buzzer stage,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I wasn't because I didn't feel like it was representation. When it changed to channel AKA and all that, by that point, the gap was bridged more. There was more representation of what was going on like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, eventually, like it is what it is. Don't get me wrong. Like, and it did like it does what it says on the tin. Like, so it deserves all the ratings for it. I'm just telling you how I felt about it initially when it first started in the initial beginnings of the whole Channel U shit. Like I'm saying, like I wasn't even allowed on there.
Yeah,
You get me?
who was it? I think it was Jar Jar Souls from PGC saying that they weren't allowed in there and they had to kind of bum rush the offices and kind of force their way onto it. But it's good at the content. Did you have any experiences like that where you guys went down to the offices?
Yeah, we forced our way in there, made them take our shit.
Yeah.
Like old school gangway, just pulled up to the offices, man. Because this is crazy. By now, this is what the fuck he's doing? Fuck this, man. We just walked in there, patterned up. A couple of us went down there.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah, made it happen.
Made it happen. Call it cracking.
Yeah, the rest was history. You get me?
I hear that. Esther, have you got any memories of Channel U, or was that really your?
Do you know what I
your
do? But not from my lens, from my brother's lens.
Okay,
My
okay.
older brother, he listens to like garage music. He listens to everything.
Yeah.
So I only remember from. So why's the camera? Sorry, this is hard, you know. This shit is hard. But no, yes, I only remember from his experiences, just being in the background kind of stuff. But it definitely was before my time. But I
And
do
what,
remember
and
all
what
the
we're saying is,
channels, though.
it gave people that deserved it. I weren't mad at it. You get me? Like, there's talent like N-Dubs and all these people. Like, there's very rare, yeah. But it was giving people a platform, and people from the outside looking in, yeah, making people think something that is not. Like, who? Like Talaptalon. What? What? Talaptalon. What the fuck are we doing here?
But the thing is,
What?
who's Talaptalon?
Exactly. What?
You say the name wrong, but I know you talk about.
That is the white. You know what I'm
The
talking
white guy,
about.
the white guy.
Talaptalon. That's his name. Brother. Yeah, but like, there's people that are popping on Channel U, moving like things is going in.
No, but the thing is,
and you
yeah.
see it in real life. No, they ain't going in.
No, but
And it's
the
like, what are we doing here?
No, but the thing is, what, in your opinion, what was the point of Channel U?
Yo,
Because,
someone say the name properly, man.
because if I'm
Talaptalon.
I don't know who that
Like,
is.
what is
I
a
think I know what you're trying to
talaptalon?
say, but I can't
Yeah,
get it right.
same.
But the thing is, what, in your opinion, what was the purpose of Channel U then? Because if I'm a unknown artist, I don't have to be popular in the streets. I want to get my music out there.
Yeah.
Right? So
I think I'm talking from a place of
Yeah.
hate. I was just
Yeah.
frustrated.
So
So
where's-
really, I told you
where's
it
the
done what it was
pushback?
supposed to do. I can't knock Channel U.
Yeah,
Really,
when
like.
you said you didn't show up to the thing and you started saying all of this, I said that was God. Because if you were going to show up to that documentary filming,
If they asked me my questions, I would have spoke. You know me, I speak my
Yeah,
truth.
real.
I would have been the only person. They would have edited me out. They would have said, actually, maybe.
yeah, they would have edited you out.
Maybe let's not put my.
You still would have come in here and talk about it and you'd be like, oh, did you see my dad? No, you hadn't.
I'm trying to think.
Because there's no mention of Mash in that documentary, is there? For 2 hours, there wouldn't be.
No,
if it's Channel U.
I do believe.
So what then?
No, there was. I do believe I saw a clip of Hypes and Tricky in there. I do believe I saw, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
talking to somebody. Yeah, it was A Squeezy.
Yeah.
There's a clip of A Squeezy, Hypo,
Yeah,
and
they interviewed them. Yeah.
Tricky.
Right,
Yeah,
fair
for
play.
sure. And I think there was a bit more as well. I think there was a bit more. But no, it was a good time, man. And what I like about Channel U as well, it was a free channel. So when Sky wasn't, when you didn't pay the Sky bill,
You still got that?
Channel U was still there, man. You know what I mean? Anyone favorite song on Channel U of all time? Like the ones that's like, you know, when you think of Channel U, what song do you think of?
Oh, man.
She got me back by going to the dance. Oh, hey, I was
that
pissed
one?
when I gave her a chance. She got me back by going to the dance. Don't you? Hey, what's that song
I know
called?
that one.
You do know that song.
Do
You
you know what I
just
need? You know what I need?
cheated on
I
it.
need Gina here.
You don't love me. You don't love me.
Oh.
I can't trust you.
I'm just a link to you. No, that
All
one.
I do is make love to you. That's a different song.
Oh, I know.
I know that song though. They're
Yeah.
bare songs. I'm blending them now.
Yeah.
You get me? Hey, no, Channel U was
Channel U
cold.
had bare songs, fam.
What's these guys called?
Cash by the
man?
Hour.
That's the one.
Gosh, but hour.
Even Power broke on there as well. You know who used to annoy me? That kid, where were you now?
If you come down to
yeah.
eat.
That little boy in
Do
the
you remember Gatsby? Do you remember Gatsby's
school
tune?
uniform. Where were you now?
See, look, Gatsby, yeah, that tune popped off, yeah. A man know Gatsby, but Gatsby's from Pembury, yeah. Guddy, like, no one ain't listening to Gatsby, bro. No one even know Gatsby raps. Man, when we went on Channel U, that tune popped off.
Yeah.
If you come down to East,
Yeah.
you'll see.
North Wheezy.
You get
Big
me?
on there. Where do you come from?
North Wheezy. Pop, pop.
Yep.
You know what?
Ips.
It was a
Bare
necessary evil, man.
Yeah.
Big up Channel U, man. It was
After all of that,
big up Channel U, man.
No, it was a great
did-
time,
yeah,
man. I
it
was
did
watching
the
it thinking, wow, this is proper nostalgia, man. I was loving it.
Yeah, it was cold
I
still.
recommend it. If you guys want to check it out, man, check it out, man. It's a nice 2-hour little documentary there still. Anything else? Nah, that's it, man. That's it for the rotation, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.
Okay.
And now we're going on to Esther with the next segue.
thank you. You definitely caught up. 'cause
Man
they've
said
been
she was
dying.
working on a man's body. Come like she was a nurse. Yeah, he knows the nurse. I was pissed when she got me back. I thought I was sorry. I was pissed when I gave her a chance. She got me back by going to the dance. Wait, they had someone. Hey,
Imperial Squad.
Imperial Squad.
is it Imperial Squad tune?
Linked to you.
Is that what it is?
That's what someone said. You know, I don't know.
That tune was cold.
Hold on. I'll look at the comments and see what song they're saying. Gash by the Hour, PJ2 Project. Fire Camp New Era was fucking cold, fam. I know the whole song off the top of my head. I'm not even joking. What else people saying?
It was a North Star on a rise.
Fuck that song.
Is that a
That song's
Is that,
shit.
is that an app?
is that some kind of street beef you got going on there?
No, that song's just whack.
Hey.
I'm trying to see. Okay. I thought there was bare songs being named, but there wasn't that many.
This is really cute though, from my lens.
Alright,
Songs
cool.
don't sound lit there. I'll be honest. Maybe you guys are just not doing it justice. What is that it?
Is it what's no, you know what reminds me? Gets is it right? In the ghetto.
Yeah. That was actually on the documentary, yeah.
Is it? That reminds that's a proper Channel U song.
Yeah.
And Punctuation was the first time I heard Wretch.
Okay.
That I didn't know that's the first time I've seen or heard
Even
this person.
Gets had a nice run. He had
Artillery.
Sing For Me, Don't Phone Me, because you got my number, not my number. That one, he had a couple in there still.
Remember Chung Fam?
Chung Fam.
They were documentary too.
Yeah.
They were all right.
They were documentary.
No one knew who they were. They were from. They're from Pembury. No one knew. No one had a clue who they were. If it went for Channel U.
Yeah, but your whole point seems to be
No, I live in Hackney.
if you
No, if you no, because you're not. I put in work in the streets. Nobody's not playing these people. No, I live in Hackney. I'm on the streets, making music. There's bare of us that make music. People that play our mixtapes. They play me on pirate radio. They play me in the cars. They play me. I'm popping. Nobody knows these people, bro.
I know, but why is that your point? On the fact that no one knows you? The fact that
because then you go on the TV now and everybody's talking about Chung Fam. It's like, who the fuck? No one cares
I'm
about
not
this.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
You paint the perception is wrong.
I'm gonna call you out. Let's put the camera on me. I'm gonna call you out, right? You're moving bitter.
I am. Fuck these niggas. I don't care about these people, man. You making out these men are some superstars.
Mark is moving like a disgruntled rapper.
No, I don't care about these people, man. Like, I'm sorry. So
not Chung Fam included though.
I was just saying, like, no, the channel you made painted a perception of artists that wasn't real.
No, but I don't get. The thing is, the point of Channel U wasn't to represent what's happening in the streets. That wasn't the point of
No,
Channel
but even
U.
just musically though, like it wasn't real.
What do you mean it wasn't real? I don't get it.
I feel like I kind of get what you're saying in that you feel as though, like, it's the representation, but not necessarily representation of the streets, more representation of music.
Yeah.
So if you've got people that are like popping on the TV, but then when you go to where they're from, people don't know them, it's a bit ironic. Because also, what was Channel U's purpose? Were they there to actually show, like, to show the representation, like, to show what's happening? It was meant to be real. I get the real thing.
I don't think Channel U's, USP was to showcase the streets. It was to give black artists or underground artists a platform. Those who couldn't get onto MTV Base, those who couldn't afford to spend 20k on a video, those who had a budget of £500 to get their video shown. It wasn't about let's represent the streets and.
No, I'm not talking about. Like, obviously, I always go back to the streets. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying, like, let's talk about people. Let's say, because forget me. I'm saying, let's say someone. Let's go to Brixton. Let's go to PDC. Let's go to these man that's been rapping from Quay from the beginning of time, from before it was cool, from before we had the opportunities to put these stuff out on TVs, making out the mixtapes, going to the studio, printing up their mixtapes, selling them out their boot. You get what I'm trying to say? Like creating flows. Like, you get me, Temp Man, Devious, Jada Soze, a whole styles that other people use. We're creating something. We're flow fathers. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when Brixton, that's what I think of. Then in the times when things are growing and we're getting our thing and people are talking and our community, our industry that we built, is getting eyes on it and rare. And then Channel U comes up and then Brixton comes up and then people are talking about music. Oh yeah, so good. It's probably a bit, and then they talk about Talaptalon. And PDC ain't got no footprint on there. And I'm saying this is not real life. This is what I'm talking about. It's not it's good for them. I'm happy for everybody, But this ain't real. This ain't what's going on. Like these man are,
doesn't reflect reality.
It doesn't reflect what's happening in this. What matters. What's going on. Do you get what I mean?
No, I hear what you're saying.
And that's why them man will laugh the test of time and still be relevant now. And all them Channel U youths ain't got no Channel U no more. Ain't got no nothing because it didn't exist. It was Channel U giving you the platform. It didn't exist. It's not real.
But I hear what you're saying. But for every, I guess, one-hit wonder, because there was a lot of one-hit wonders on Channel U, there was always that artist who did stand the test of time because a lot of the artists from our scene, grime, they came through Channel U. So for every,
there was good stuff mixed up in the nonsense.
For every Talaptapon, what's it called? Talaptapon? there was a Gets. For every Regal Players, there was a Chip. For every one-hit wonder song, there was an artist who had a certain amount of longevity. Maybe the £100 videos outweighed the artists who went on for years. I guess maybe that happened at a certain time. Remember, N-Dubs came through there.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, N-Dubs, at one point, N-Dubs were like Channel U's poster child. Like they pumped a lot of money into them. They had signed them, innit? But I feel like there was a balance of one-hit wonders and songs that, guys who made one song and we never heard from them again, and artists who actually had careers.
There was good stuff on there.
Yeah.
Again, you know how I get when I argue. I
Yeah.
say shit.
No, I like this. It's calm.
I just rather everything. I don't necessarily mean it like that. There was good stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? And it was definitely like, nah, you know what? I said I've changed my tune already. Big up Channel U.
But I feel your pain though, because I don't remember seeing you on Channel U one time.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I don't have no memories of Margs on Channel U at all.
Big up Channel U.
So I hear your pain. If you were trying to get on Channel U and they were telling you no, I can feel why it would be personal. Makes sense.
They was definitely hating, man.
Yeah.
They blocked one of my videos as well.
You know what? I was even going to ask, actually. But I know you used to like make videos. I was going to ask, did you like ever try to submit a video?
Yes.
I mean, what happened? What's the story?
There ain't no story, man. They didn't begin. They were just hating, man.
What do you mean they were hating? I think you submitted and they said no.
Well, I think one of the videos like came on like some crazy like hours of the day,
Yeah.
right? And also like just maybe like a few times. Innit?
Yeah.
But I think we submit like maybe about 2 or 3 videos.
And there was no...
Only I think only 1 or 2 of them ever made it.
Why do you think it was?
Oh no, I think we were ahead
Conscious.
of our time, innit?
it was too conscious.
Conscious.
It wasn't even conscious like that, you know, not at all. But yeah, I think like
Because for everything I've seen on Channel U, I've seen you guys' videos before, so I'm surprised that not one of your videos was on Channel U.
yeah, they was hating, man. That's what I'm saying. I understand what Mark's saying. It wasn't a true representation.
We have 2 bitter, disgruntled rappers in here.
Mate.
Hey, I think they was hating on Hackney, you know.
Yeah.
That might be it.
You know what? Points was made. Yeah, I did make some good points, but there is bitterness in it. I can hear it. I heard it.
I can hear it.
I heard it while I was talking.
Oh, bless you.
But what I'm saying is facts, though.
That is so funny.
That is jokes, man.
All
right.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
let's move.
Let's move on.
Then let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so this next headline, yeah, is basically about Mexico's ex-security minister. So Genaro García Luna, who's one of Mexico's security ministers, was found guilty of taking millions of dollars from Mexico's biggest crime group, the Sinaloa drug cartel. García Luna, who was arrested in the state of Texas, in Texas.
Stop it. That's what you were trying to say.
Can you imagine? In 2019, had pleaded not guilty, and he could face up to 10 years in prison. The verdict came after a 4-week trial and 3 days of jury deliberation in the U.S. District Court in Brooklyn, New York. Prosecutors said that the former head of the Mexican equivalent of the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigations accepted millions of dollars stuffed in briefcases and delivered by members of El Chapo's drug cartel. García Luna, who moved to the U.S. after leaving office, is the highest-ranking Mexican official ever to be tried in the U.S. A Mexican-based British author and expert on Mexico's criminal underworld by the name of Ioan Grillo told BBC News the conviction has big implications for both the US and Mexico governments' fight against corruption and organized crime. This could encourage prosecutors to go after other cases, he said. He also said that they took a certain risk by not having physical evidence and convicting him on testimony from drug traffickers. He added that García Luna's conviction could also help dissuade Mexican officials from being openly corrupt. If you're a Mexican agent, you'll be thinking about how much you expose yourself to the Americans, he said. García Luna served as public security chief during the administration of President Felipe Calderón between 2006 and 2012. Before that, he led the Federal Investigation Agency from 2001 to 2006. And next headline is about, the Alec Baldwin situation.
Yeah, the guy who, the prop guy. Prop gun.
Yeah, it's been downgraded, man, the charge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. So prosecutors in New Mexico have dropped firearm enhancement charges against Alec Baldwin following the fatal shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the movie Rust. The move reduces possible prison time for the actor as the charges carry a mandatory 5-year prison sentence. Mr. Baldwin, who faces 2 involuntary manslaughter charges, still faces up to 18 months in prison. The director, Rust director Joel Souza, was also shot and wounded. Heather Brewer, who is Santa Fe's County District Attorney spokesperson, she said that the prosecution dropped the firearm enhancement charge to avoid further litigious distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys. The prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. So obviously, because of the amount of money that's going into this, they're thinking, we obviously can't fight this. And the next headline is about 9/11, man. And a judge blocks the 9/11's victims' claim to Afghanistan's assets. So victims of the 9/11 attacks are not entitled to seize $3.5 billion in assets belonging to Afghanistan's central bank, a US judge has ruled. Lawyers pursuing the compensation argued these funds could satisfy court judgments that had obtained against Afghanistan's ruling Taliban. At the time of the attacks in 2001, the Taliban had allowed Al-Qaeda's militants to operate from Afghanistan. The suicide planes attacks on America claimed 2,977 lives. But the judge, George Daniels, said that he was constitutionally restrained from approving access to the funds, which are frozen in the US, as this would amount to a ruling that the Taliban were Afghanistan's legitimate government. He also noted that the Biden administration did not recognize the Taliban, which meant that US courts did not have the power to do so either. So he went on to say that the judgment creditors are entitled to collect on their default judgments and be made whole for the worst terrorist attack in our nation's history, but they cannot do so with the funds of the Central Bank of Afghanistan. The Taliban, not the former Islamic Republic of Afghanistan or the Afghan people, must pay for the Taliban's liability on the 9/11 attacks. So the Taliban was removed from power by the US-led military coalition in 2001, but retook control of Afghanistan in 2021 after Western forces withdrew from the country. The judge's ruling is a defeat for those who had claimed some of the $7 billion of Afghanistan's central bank funds frozen at the Federal Reserve Bank in New York. But a lawyer who argued for the victims' compensation by the name of Lee Wolosky, he said that this decision deprives over 10,000 members of the 9/11 community of their right to collect compensation from the Taliban. We believe it is wrongly decided and will appeal. And that's the end of the headlines.
Thank you very much. Let's get into the reaction.
So, sports news.
What have we got to react to today?
Liverpool and
Any
Real
Liverpool fans
Madrid.
in the chat?
Fucking I can say one thing though. Liverpool and Real Madrid is always an entertaining game, man. It's always goals galore.
It's box office.
Yeah, it is always box office though.
Do you think it's done?
Based on how Liverpool are playing this season, yeah. If this was Liverpool a couple of years ago, maybe it might be like a little young
A couple
comeback.
of years ago when they won the fucking Champions League, you can't count that Liverpool on European nights. Doesn't matter how they're playing. They won Champions League when they're shit.
But what I'm saying is, yesterday's game was me a depiction of how this season has gone for them.
That's true.
You
But
know what I
pressure
mean?
bust pipes. Last year it was, well, not last year, the year before, when it was down 4-0 to Barcelona, and Trent and they done it in Origi and all that. Like, I get what you're saying here, but the form, it's Liverpool. The form guide goes out the window on European nights.
The goal aggregate rule's gone now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is just based on who scores the most goals in the game.
Yeah.
So Liverpool have to do what the next game now?
Need a thingy of 3 goals.
They have to
They
have
need to draw.
They have to have a what?
A thingy.
A gap of 3 goals.
Gap of 3 goals.
Just to get it equal though.
Tough
That's what I'm
ask,
saying.
innit? Tough ask.
I don't see it happen.
No, but I didn't see 5-5 at Milan happening. I didn't see them doing the 4-0 to Barca.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, because I'm with you. But I'm just saying, you can't use normal logic. Can't apply with Liverpool on European nights. That's one thing I will say.
I hear it because even yesterday wasn't a normal game. Even the way the game played out was, like you said, box office.
Yeah.
Like from the first goal being scored in 4 minutes, sick flick by Nunes, to the fucking 2 goalkeeper howlers.
Yeah,
flick your foot.
stinkers.
Oh, that howlers.
Absolutely.
In your
stinkers.
opinion, what was worse?
Which
What's his name? The Real Madrid keeper. What's his name again?
Courtois.
Courtois' mistake or thinking Alisson's mistake?
What did he do to Salah? I was watching it. I feel like
He
because I remember Alisson's one. He passed it out.
So there was a pass back to Courtois, and he just took a touch. I think he took another touch, and then by the time he took another touch,
My man just coming
Salah
next
just
off a
came,
minute.
took it.
I'm gonna say Alisson's is worse.
Yeah.
Because he done it after you watched Courtois do that stupidness.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
He watched him do that stupidness. He wanted to level the playing field.
Yeah,
He went and do that.
stupid.
Are you a fool?
yeah.
You get me? That's the only reason why. Just because he watched it and he done it second. But
But to go up 2-0 within what? It was like 15 minutes or something, and to lose 5-2. is insane.
It's wild.
It's insane. Like,
I nearly won £450 off that game.
what was it? What was your initial bet?
But I put that bet. That game come in. It was because I do bet builders, but I put 2 games on one thing.
Okay.
And that the youth who got sent off in that Napoli game.
Oh,
Munia.
I didn't see the game.
I don't know. Egypt, but he's a striker, the Frankfurt striker. Egypt got sent off. All I needed him to do was have a shot on target.
That's it. And you fucked up.
And he got sent off.
Everything else come in.
Plum.
I had Osherman, 2 shots on target. Kashavelli shot on target. Vinny Jr. shot on target. Benny a shot on target. Salah and Darwin all shots on target. 2 corners each. Yellow card in the game. That kind of stuff.
You see those kind of bets, yeah? If you make them in isolation, I guess the odds ain't that great. You have to make a lot of them together, innit?
I could have done just the 2 teams and still got like a 10-1. I still could have got made like a 1 or 150.
I mean those type of bets like shots on target, corners, yellow cards.
Yeah. I could have just done just the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Like, so I put two teams on one in it.
Okay.
I could have just done the Liverpool one and I still probably would have made a 1 something.
Okay.
I probably still would have made 1 something. But I'm a fucking idiot. Look, you see like all that stuff there. So look, it all comes in, but I put them all on one bet in it. So that tenner would have brought me back 450. I put them all on one slip. So they all come in because it's simple stuff that's going to come in. Yeah. But my man, I would expect my man to have a shot on target, but he got sent off. He didn't even finish the game.
Damn it, man.
And he dragged one wide as well. He had the opportunity and he dragged it wide, didn't hit the target. Punk.
You know, watching football or sports with a bet must be way more like
it's exhilarating.
Exciting. Because I've never bet on sports before. So I've never had the thrill of watching a game and having a bet on the line and like hoping that my bet comes through. You know what I mean?
The only reason why I done it was to make the game fun. See, like the cards is supposed to get over a card in the game, in the Liverpool game, and the ref wouldn't put his cards out. He just kept talking to everyone. I was like, you know what? You keep doing that because later on, by the end of the game, there's only so many conversations you can have. The cards are gonna rack up. The corners weren't coming. But it was, and then towards the end of the game. The game's opening up. Liverpool got to go for it. The corners are coming in. The bookings are coming. I'm like, all right, lit. My shit's coming in. It's definitely way more exciting when you bet. Because I'm only missed by one thing. I've got the bug and I'm chasing it. I'm betting today.
On who?
City, Leipzig, and Inter, and whoever they're playing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bet on Thursday too. I need to win. I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna get it.
How much do you have to put in to get that? Like 4 or something?
Tenner.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right, you know.
It's not bad, man. It's called gambling, man. It was worth the risk. I'll do it. I'll take it. I'm going again. I'm going again today.
Who else scored that game? Benzema got 2. The first one was a little deflection. Vinny's second goal. No, first goal was dope.
First goal was cold.
First goal was dope. And then who scored that header?
Militao?
Yeah,
is that his name?
Yeah, scored that header. So. You know, Modric he's going strong now. I see him bossing, running for the midfield.
He's still one of the best midfielders in the world.
Even at 37.
Darwin tried taking down the line and couldn't outrun him. Like, my man's serious. I think he could do this till 40 or something because he's not declining. And the way his game's set up, it doesn't even matter that he's getting older. You get me? Modric is dead serious, man. Big up him.
Yes.
100%. Do you not care about any predictions for tonight? Do you think City do it?
What's the score? This is the first leg, isn't it? I'll say City. I'm not going to give us a competition, but yeah, I'll say City. Okay. And hopefully they get some injuries or something and some, you know what I mean? Fuck them up for the league and that.
All right, cool. Let me throw a couple of sports rumours at you to see if there's anything you feel like that's important. N'Golo Kante. What, he signed one? N'Golo Kante signed a new contract. Did he sign one?
I'm surprised.
I think he's about to.
I'm surprised.
They're going to do that?
Considering what's happening at Chelsea right now, I'm surprised he wants to stay.
I'm surprised they won him. He's just always on the injury table.
I'm surprised they won him. I'm surprised at the whole thing. At his age, the way Chelsea are not even just about their form, just the influx of all these young players. I thought, let me just go and prosper somewhere else.
You get mad at him, man. That's crazy, man. What's this say? Sheikh Jassim Ben Hamed Al Thani, Mikey is confident his proposed buyout at Manchester United will not fall foul to the rules. All right. There's so much stuff. I don't like this. There's so much stuff going on with this buyout. The Glazers might not even go. That US investment group come out talking about they want to give them money and stuff like that. They might not even go. They're still talking about contracts. They're still doing contracts, and they put the They put the season ticket prices up. What business have you got doing contracts and putting up the prices for next season if you're selling the club? You know what I mean?
Because he lives.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just dodgy, man. It's just dodgy, man. The Zebra's going to be out of there. They're facing a battle to hold him. That'd be cool. I think the Italians, Roma, Juventus, looking at him. I think Chelsea should take him. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Yeah, because Potter ain't scoring goals. Brighton couldn't score when he was there, and then the Zebra come. Now they're scoring goals. I think Chelsea just need to send Graham Potter back to Brighton, take De Zerbi. That would be a good trade.
Yeah, for me, Graham Potter hasn't got the minerals for this job, man.
Yeah, you're gonna hold that.
Yeah, I don't see it at all. I don't see it lasting long.
Mason Mount, Chelsea said they'll let go of him if you don't agree a contract extension this season. They'll let go of him in the summer. Would you take him at your club?
No. I think there's better targets out there than Mason Mount.
No. I'd have him on a 3 or something, but I don't know. It doesn't improve the first 11 for me personally. So, but it's not a bad squad player. And Rafa Benitez is still holding out for the West Ham job. I think he'll be holding on a little while longer. Don't think they're going to get rid of David Moyes right at this second.
Yeah.
Things will have to get a little bit more worse. Maybe 2. Depends on the opposition as well. 2 to 3 more losses.
Yeah.
And it could be cooked.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah, I think so. NBA news, a little bit of NBA news. What's your thoughts on Russ getting to the Clippers?
I'm happy for Russ that he gets to play. They hate on him, man. I can't take the American media's, sports media's, they're fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Like when they got agendas against people, like when they don't like you,
Yeah.
when they don't like you, you're screwed. You get what I'm trying to say? Like people like Russell Westbrook can't say a good word about him. Kyrie Irving, some of these man, like the way that they report on these man, the way they talk about these man, it's horrible. You get me? So I'm happy for us that he's staying in LA where his family is, and he's got a job.
Yeah.
Don't know if he's going to be any good for them. Maybe if he wants to come off the bench and control the second unit, it could be cool. Could definitely just be more problems though, because
it could be. I think it was Paul George that pushed for him to be signed, because obviously they were together at OKC.
and that,
they're boys in that. And obviously for Russ, it's a no-brainer. I don't have to leave LA. I don't have to sell my home. I don't have to pack up the family. I can just same fucking arena.
Same arena.
Same arena. And he can do the get back thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because obviously we knew how he was treated at LA, innit?
But I heard they was rating Clippers. Did they make another move? Who else did they pick up? I heard someone talking about this. I see them talking about after the moves that the Clippers done, and none of them talking about Russ.
No, the Russ thing happened yesterday.
Yeah, I know. So I'm saying, who else did they pick up? They've picked up somebody else, no?
Probably during the trade, before the trade deadline. I can't remember who it was though.
Yeah, I see. I don't know what moves they made.
They got rid of John Wall. I know that much.
John Wall's currently a free agent, no one.
Yeah.
No one picked him up.
I'm gonna ask you actually, who's your now that we're getting closer to the playoffs? I think it's like 20-something games. Yeah, who's your top 3 picks in each conference? Who you want to see win? Not necessarily who you might think win, but who's your heart with? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, if we go over to the East,
do the East first.
If we go over to the East, I don't have a horse in that race anymore because Kyrie's left.
Yeah,
so I don't care anymore. I don't want Giannis to win it.
And if you can, give a reason as well. You can.
I don't want Giannis to win it because even though he's dope, it's just not fun. I want the Celtics to win it.
Okay.
I want the Celtics to win it because I used to be over there from before, so I like Jason Tatum. I watch him come into the league. Jason Tatum's cold. Jaylen Brown's cold.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart. Like I just like the team. Time Lord. I like the team. So I'd be happy if Celtics come out of the East. Second, I would go 76ers because I like Joel Embiid. I think Embiid's class.
Yep.
That's my guy. And obviously Harden's dope as well, so Harden's over there. So second can be 76ers. And then third in the East will be Giannis because he is consistent and he does do it every night.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, so if anybody deserves it, it's him.
For me, for the East, I'll say 76ers first because I like to see Joel Embiid and James Harden win the ring. I'll say I don't really like Boston, you know. Not that I like Jaylen Brown and I like Jason Tatum, but I don't like Boston.
Okay.
I don't like the green. I don't like their court.
I like the green.
I don't like anything about Boston. I don't like
Seems racist,
I don't like the
innit?
Clover, the little what's his name, the leprechaun.
Yeah,
Nothing about Boston I like.
It seems racist.
But could I like Tatum and Brown? I'll say Philly, Celtics, then Bucks. Because I don't mind John. I like Giannis. So if Giannis gets a second ring, I like that for him. So, and then West.
West, number one has to be the Mavs. obviously, because you know
Okay.
I was Team Luka before.
Yeah,
I had real reason to be, but now Kyrie's there. It's the Mavs, baby.
Yeah.
That's my number one.
yeah.
Second, they're stacked. You know, there's decent teams over there. I like the
Nuggets,
Grizzlies.
Clippers,
I like the
Suns.
Grizzlies. I like the Nuggets even as well.
Yeah, I like Nuggets too, man.
I like Nuggets. I like Jamal Murray and Jokic, but I like the Warriors. I like the Warriors.
I have to think about the Warriors, man.
Shit, where would I go in the West?
While you think about it,
Go on, you give me your three, 'cause I know you got your three.
I'm going to go, obviously, Lakers first, because I need to see LeBron win a 5th ring. But I don't think it's going to happen, but my heart wants it to happen, right? So Lakers. Then the Suns second. I need my man Chris Paul to get that ring, that elusive ring. So if Kevin Durant can help them get that ring, I'm all for it. And then my third pick, I like the Nuggets. I like their team. I like Murray. I like Gordon. I like Joker. So yeah, Nuggets for me.
Okay, I've worked it out. I'll go Mavs first. Second, I'm going to go Suns. And it's not because Durant's there. I was kind of not going to pick them because Durant's gone there, but I was rocking with them heavy the past 2 seasons. They've done so dope. You get me? Like the way they've just transformed, and I thought they was going to get a ring. They could have got a ring. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've done so dope, and it'd be good to see them go to the next level.
Yeah.
And now they got Durant. They got no excuses. So Suns would be my second.
Yeah.
Third will be Grizzlies, man, because I think Ja Morant's a superstar.
He is, but I don't think the Grizzlies, even though the funny thing is, even though Grizzlies are second in the conference, I don't see them going all the way.
They can't go all the way.
They can't. They don't have enough.
Yeah, they can't go all the way. They can't go all the way. They can't go all the way. It's going to be... forget what we want.
Yeah.
Realistically, the top 3 chances are going to be Suns, Nuggets, probably Warriors if they're fit, if they're fully fit.
Because the 2 and 3 in the West right now is the Grizzlies and Kings, and they're not going all the way.
They're not doing
No
that.
way.
They're not doing that.
No way in hell. But yeah.
Big up basketball, man. Terrible All-Star game.
Oh my God. All-Star, I know you guys want to go. All-Star.
At least I want to go home, mate. Don't worry.
1 second. Can I just say, right?
Bear with us, baby.
Yeah. 2 seconds. That NBA All-Star game, I didn't watch the game. I saw extended highlights, right? The worst game I've ever seen. I think they need to either revamp it, do something, because it's basically just a showcase. There's no defending, there's no competitiveness. It's just layups, dunks, and shots. It's terrible.
Yeah, there's people saying they're not sure if it could be fixed now.
Remember, they fixed it the last couple of years because they were doing. Remember, they had the Kobe Bryant year.
Well, when you say they revamped it and
They
it gave it a
revamped
little
the
bit
game.
of life. It didn't fix
Yeah, it
it
didn't
because
fix
the All-Star games ain't been cold like the
Yeah, you're right.
like the ones of
But-
the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like that they haven't been
Yeah.
cold. So with the revamp, with the final point thing with the 3 things like
Yeah.
you're right. There was a couple years it did pick up a
Yeah,
bit.
pick up a little bit. Yeah,
This year was
this was one of the worst I've seen in recent history.
the way the league's gone. They couldn't even go back to the old format of literally making it East versus West. I think even though I like the drafting and the mixing
Yeah.
up here, I think bringing it back to East versus West would help.
Yeah, I
Make
think
people
so.
probably care more because
Yeah.
it's the East versus the West.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is. You know what I'm trying to say? But the way the league is, I think the West has gone way too stacked. Even though the West has always been stacked,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's crazy at the minute.
No, it's crazy stats.
They don't win it. The East can't win an All-Star game against the West if it was East versus West.
Yeah,
What are they gonna do?
they can't. And lastly, dunk contest. Did you watch it?
You see McClung
Yeah, he's good still.
done his thing.
I didn't think so.
He changed his whole life. You know,
Yeah,
like the beginning of that week, he signed
with
the 76ers.
Yeah.
He got like I don't know if we know if it was a 10-day contract or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was a 2-way contract.
2-way.
Yeah,
2-way, so he can go up and down.
yeah.
And then I think he signed for Puma, was it?
Yeah, some of Puma. I'm not sure if it was before or after the competition.
I think this is all happening in the same week.
Yeah,
You get me? Then he's got the competition and he won. They're saying that he made more off that dunk contest than he's earned
yeah.
from the 76ers.
He made 100 grand from the dunk contest.
And he's earned 176. He's earned 106 racks
Yeah,
from the 76ers. That's what he's earned the whole time he's been playing there.
I didn't realize he was playing for the Lakers before.
Was he?
I went on his Instagram page. I'm like, oh, he was at the Lakers for a little bit, a little stint. Yeah.
Okay. He's a superstar, you know.
I didn't see him play, so I don't know.
No, but like he was when everyone was doing the Zion Williamson thing.
Yeah.
When Zion was popping,
Oh, he's from Zion's draft.
I don't quote me, but I want to say yes.
Okay.
They're saying when Zion was popping, they're saying if you do the mixtape thing, the high school and
Yeah.
that, he was popping.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He went
okay.
Georgetown's. He's beat all Allen Iverson's records. And all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? That. So high school, he's supposed to be a star.
Yeah.
You get me? I don't know why he didn't get to leave. Maybe because he's small or I don't know.
Yeah.
What. It just didn't translate or whatever. But apparently he's supposed to have done his thing. So yeah, man, more power to him, man.
Oh, he's doing well, man.
Do you reckon he'll get on a roster now, the NBA roster now?
I think he'll definitely get a chance now that his name's out there and he's built himself a little rep. I think they'll definitely throw him into rotation and see how he does. But with G League players, man, it's tough, innit? Not all of them stick.
He's got ups, man. I don't think the fact that he's small will swing him. In this league, I just think you need to be able to shoot. If he can shoot, if he can't shoot a lick, then he's screwed. If he could shoot, he could play.
You know, if he can shoot well, then yeah. So I'll see. I'm gonna watch their games just so I can watch him.
Yeah, for real. Actually, you know what? I'm here for that. I want to see how he does in the league now as well.
I want to watch him play a game.
I haven't seen what the hysteria is about, so I'm gonna double back and go and watch the high school stuff. I'm gonna see. I want to see what the hype's about, what he done in college, and I'll go and watch, and then I'll take him in the league and see. But yeah, man, big up him, man.
Big him up.
All right then, man. Let's get out of it. We've got Done Out Ere quickly. This is gonna be a quick Done Out Ere. I'll let you use that. No, I ain't got nothing to do after this.
I could do this all day.
I could do this. I could do this all day.
I cannot. I have a Pilates class I need to get to. So if you could speed up.
Also, man, we're going to have this conversation here. So basically, yeah, I get the deck, I go through it. Sometimes I input it. More often than not, I don't. This is all E-man's hard work. But today he wants to make it difficult for me because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this. This guy is not Done Out Ere, but he's telling me about the dad. He's upset because he's waiting for McFlurries. He waited for 8 minutes for his McFlurry and the delivery drivers was getting their food before him and he was upset. And I just don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I can't.
He's Done Out Ere then. He
can't be because I don't care enough to do this. I can't do this.
Well, what do you mean?
He's
upset and then
he's not done it here. I'm just letting you know how shit my options are at the minute.
What's the story? What did he do? Did he shout at the staff? Did he try to?
Yeah, you did first something.
Jump over the counter to make his own McFlurry?
I think he tried to complain and lie and say he was waiting for 15 minutes, and then they checked the video footage and it was only 8 minutes, and it was like there's just no story here.
That is a very weak candidate for that here. That's a terrible candidate.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's horrible. There wasn't much. It was
horrible still.
And then trigger warning. Yeah, because this one's just dark. You get me? And I'm just like, what are we going for here? On a wellness Wednesday? Like, this 52-year-old man, I told you trigger warning. He's admitted to murdering and raping this vulnerable woman. She's 26. He met her at a wellness retreat, health and well-being place. And he plied her with drinks and alcohol and took her and done whatever he done.
That's a whatever he done out here, guy.
Again, just the sentiment though, it's just like, this is really dark. Obviously he's done out here. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I don't want to do, this is dark, man. I don't want to go here. And last but not least, yeah, another trigger warning. Yeah, this guy's a punk. He could actually really be done here because this guy's an absolute punk. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this, stupid. This man. Yeah, oh no, wait, it's gone into the it's not gone to a different one. Wait, let me tell you what he's done. Let me tell you what the third and final man done. A man in Brum, yeah. This pervert, yeah, this creep, you get me? He's gone into the women's toilet, yeah. Oh. And in Birmingham, yeah, he's gone into the women's toilet and he's tried to like approach some woman, like he tried to like attack her or something like that. And I don't think he actually managed to get through with it. If that makes sense, she kicked up a fuss and he ran out of there and he tried to hide in plain sight, take his high vis off, change his woolly hat and sit down like I think it's in the station. You get me, in the train station. He tried to sit down like nothing was going on, but she was preying him. She's saying no, this man's strange. She's called the police. Police has got him, arrested him. And this guy's talking about he was in the toilet because he identifies as a female.
Be fucking for real,
bruh.
Boy, bye.
I couldn't believe it. They were my three candidates. I read all of them, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about none of these people.
Well, you know what to do then.
What I did want to do, yeah, was talk about. Do you remember the ex-BBC presenter? What's his name? Because I see a picture of him. I don't know. You ain't gonna like this as well. You ain't gonna find none of this funny either at all.
This is like.
Be
the fuck out of
fucking for real.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Do you remember? Is it Dan Walker? BBC presenter. Does he look familiar? Have you seen this white man before?
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
You don't look familiar to me. No.
Oh, not like that. If you tell me,
Well,
if
when-
you
when
tell me
his
his
face is
nose is
normal.
bitten too,
No, his nose ain't bitten.
all right.
But he's done it here because I don't like cyclists anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
This guy got crushed on the roundabout. Yeah. He goes unconscious for 20 minutes. Yeah. You're trying to go around the roundabout. The car didn't see him. He went no, the blind spot. It hit him. He went on the bonnet, rolled underneath, everything. It was a whole ordeal. He got crushed. But why are you laughing for?
It's when you said it, like he got hit, rolled on the bonnet.
He was down bad. They was
Oh, that's
working. He was
horrible.
unconscious on the street for 20 minutes.
That's mad.
It's in Sheffield, up to coming up to a roundabout, a really dangerous roundabout. Yeah, but why he's an idiot? Yeah, is because there's cycle paths. There's cycle paths.
Psychopaths.
There's cycle lanes on this dangerous roundabout. So if you follow on the cycle
Okay,
lane,
you be
it
alright
brings
then.
you on the underpass. There's no
Oh
qualms.
yes, that's true.
No qualms whatsoever. This nigga thought it was above the law. Tried to say, I don't need no cycle path. You get me?
He said, I do this.
I does this. He went on the roundabout. He got licked down. You know, look at this thing. I'm so pissed there. Brent ain't here, yeah? Because there's footage. You can see him getting got.
Let me see it. Is it on the-
I
is
don't
it on
know
the
if
deck?
we will play on it. No, it's not in the deck. It's ain't in the deck. I'm doing my own. I told you, sometimes I do my own research.
Independent learning.
But look. If I play it here, look. He's running. Boom! Got him. Look, he got. You watch it.
That was his fault though.
Ooh, no, he really did go over the
He
bonnet.
drove into the car.
And then under the thing.
No, he's dumb. He's dumb.
So, I don't want to pray on no one's downfall. And he's all right as well. You get me? I'm not happy.
Yeah,
that he
we're
got
not laughing
injured
at
or
a dead
anything. Yeah. But you stop being stupid, man. Cyclists, man, they're too entitled, man.
Yeah, look.
He's coming from behind the car as well.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
like
But he was flying. Yeah. I'm sorry I can't. I'm sorry I can't show you like that because Brent's
he
gone.
was dying for it.
But I would have loved to show you like that. But maybe they're all done out here, man. I guess some of us have got work to do tonight.
Yeah. For what?
Got to update that deck.
Oh,
That is trash.
listen, the brother is going to Chicago. You
going to Chicago
know,
tonight?
Listen,
Now tomorrow morning, you know.
I know. Just leave them. I'm just gonna tell you the stories in depth tomorrow. I'll just tell you them in depth.
Chi-town. What? By yourself?
Yeah.
Getting on a young pilgrimage, yeah.
no pilgrimage. It basically is.
Is your sole purpose to go in just for the?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
If they didn't make you a member after this, you said them know where you came from. You came all the way from London, you know.
I mean, there's probably other people doing that, you know.
Go
traveling from all over the coastline.
to O Block as well, so you can have two different experiences.
You know what? I was speaking to Doug the other day, man.
What are you?
So,
What are you saying?
Yeah, I should roll up, man.
Yeah.
Use them.
Yeah, well, that's it for today, man. So we're trying to make it 4 hours for real. Should we stretch it?
Bruh, no. My friend, press the outro quickly, please.
So.
I'm back to my place of place. Guys, thank you for tuning into the show. We appreciate it. Do like the video. I know the likes were a bit low earlier. So like the video. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel. Also follow us on our social media platforms. The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
I thought the show was done. I thought we had pressed the thing.
You ready to go? If you want to send us voice notes and text for Sis What Would You Do, asking for a friend, the number is 075 6484 1073. If you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Don't forget to like the video and share it on your social media platforms. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.
You man.